All right. So apparently, Marvel Rivals had a tournament for $40,000. Okay. And some dumb bitch of a streamer basically kicked out a guy from his team, from her team, who was hard carrying the entire team because he kindly suggested that that the person who is feeding the 0, 5, and 0 feeding bitch, okay, who is literally contributing nothing to the team, should probably play a different character so that they would contribute something to the overall team's success. And he was branded a hater, removed from the tournament, and all this shit. Crazy word. Crazy. Black Widow main. No, some dumb bitch.
Game drama this.
I don't care who you are. If you are literally in a tournament for $40,000, and in practice you are going consistently 0, 5, 0, you should be able to look internally on yourself and say, hey, maybe I should play a different character. Right? This isn't like you queued up for normals in League of Legends and your friend is sweating too hard. Dude, there's 40 grand on the line right now. Okay? I think it's reasonable to get competitive.
It's big since the whole Dream Minecraft speedrunning saga. What's happening with the Marvel Rivals $40,000 tournament situation is pretty bizarre. In a nutshell, there was a Marvel Rivals tournament with a $40,000 prize purse. There was a player by the name of Kingsman who really wanted to take this
great movie series, by the way, if you've never seen The Kingsman.
Seriously, making a mention that this money would be very helpful to him as a college student. And the rest of the team didn't seem to take it all that seriously, and eventually, when Kingsman was trying to, make changes to the team comp so they could better stand a chance at winning, they all attacked him, and eventually it led to him getting kicked from the tournament. His team then went on to play.
It was really just like, my understanding is it was really just like the head woman, like the head girl. Her name was Cece, I think. Yeah.
Second to last in the tournament.
Like the team captain.
He dies.
Wait, what place did they finish in the tournament?
His team then went on to play second to last in the tournament.
There it is.
He dies.
Second to last is crazy work, by the way. Absolutely crazy.
Okay, guys. Pace and point proven right now. Do you understand?
Well, you even make it.
Look at this. Look at this. So this is the guy carrying. This is the guy talking right here. Okay. 18 and 2. All right. And he is saying that this 0, 5, 0 worthless paperweight of a human being needs to, not that they need to be kicked from the team or that they need to bring in a sub or whatever. They're saying, hey, you need to play a different character so that we have a chance at winning next time, because clearly the Widow is not working. All right. And it's like in League of Legends. You know what I mean? I see this in League, but there's nothing on the line in League, right? And I'd understand getting mad about it maybe in a ranked game because my LPs at stake. You know what I mean? Like, people get really sweaty over it. But, like, this is 40 grand on the line. Bro, you're 050, you gotta take some accountability.
A paperweight wouldn't give ult charge. This is worse.
True. True. This is even worse because they're dying so much and contributing so little that they're actually giving the enemy team ult charge. Wild. Absolutely wild.
How do you not see the problem right now?
Wait, first of all, it's deadass Kingsman. Like, shut the f up.
Okay, bro.
You're doing too much. Lucy's not even on Invis.
First of all, deadass Kingsman, shut the f up. Slay Queen, you just keep you doing you, boo-boo. He's just a misogynistic pig. Shoot me. He should have known. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Yeah, she clocked him, Slay. Yeah, you really told him. That's great. I'll be honest with you. He should have known. You gonna be competitive with these people? You should have known signing up for this team with this many women on it that there was going to be issues. Number one. Number two, regardless of there being women on the team, you know the skill level of this team before going into it. You know what you're doing. You know that these people suck. Okay? The onus is at least a little bit on him. Okay? Because he should have known that these people suck at the game, and he's basically going to have to hard carry. You know what I'm saying? He's basically going to have to hard carry the whole thing. Now, what he wasn't anticipating was them defending the sucking at the game. Most people that suck at the video game in a situation, a team game like this, are at least like, yeah, I'm sorry, that's my bad, guys. You know what I'm trying? We all been there.
Well, you're getting value because
No, she shouldn't be dead.
Yes.
I'm getting value because I'm 1v6ing.
Hope isn't peeling for you, bro. Yes, Zaza is 0-5, but we won the point, bro.
Why? And why is that? Oh, sacred queen from above. Why did we win the point? Oh, wonderful queen. Could it possibly be that the 18-2 hard carry got us there? You know what I mean? Holy shit. Wait, the captain Cece picked Kingsman? I would have just said I can't play for that team. I would have just said I'm Muslim, it's against my religion, I can't play on a team with women. And then they can't say anything to you.
He didn't ask to be in this team, got picked up. He's also a ranked 1 and got picked with a main sniper playing with 200 pings, literally griefing him from the start emo.
Holy, actually just hard griefing him. Bro, you make it about religion or some shit. Make it like make some excuse, say why you can't be on this team, but these people suck. You can't be on this team.
Why? Because they were hard, like 4 people are dying.
You're the man supporter.
That means 4 of their util, 4 of their resources are all spent on Zaza.
I saw this a couple.
No. Their resources are all spent on Zaza? What the are we even talking about right now? No, they're looking at Zaza. Here, let me tell you what's going on right now. Hold on, let me show you. Here we go. This is it right here. This is it right here. Enemy team comms right here.
Sweep the leg. You have a problem with that?
That's right there. Okay, that's the enemy comms right there. And they did it and they meant it. W. Yeah, they're sweeping the leg because that's what you do when there's a weak leak on the enemy team. No mercy. No mercy. You sweep the leg. If one of them's playing like shit, run them down. It's just like that in professional League of Legends too. You see the same thing. If one of the team members is playing like shit, what do? They play around whatever. So if the enemy top laner's playing like shit, they play around their top laner all game. They make the whole game about top lane.
A couple days ago, and I was so confused why anyone would be joining a tournament if they didn't actually care about winning at all. So he is very clearly trying his best to help the team win. And they were talking about like how toxic and annoying and insufferable he was, things like that, which eventually led to him getting kicked and being like disrespectful, that kind of thing. From all the clips I've seen, he never made any like personal attacks against.
Yeah, I watched a decent amount of the clips of him that were being toxic, and he's literally just like, "Do you see the problem here? Like, I'm having to hard carry this. Like, they just gotta swap characters. Like, it's a no-brainer. We have to swap characters." That's basically all he's doing. And I'll be honest with you, I think that he was really chill about it. I am more severe, and I mean this sincerely, with my private, like, League of Legends matches with my friends than he was with these strangers on the internet in a tournament for $40,000. I am literally more severe with my friends in normals matches in League that are worth literally nothing and have nothing at stake than he is with these people. And there's 40 grand on the line. The tourney didn't start out having a prize pool. It was just going to be for fun, but then they added the money later. Doesn't matter. It's for money. Okay? It is for money. You lock in. Okay? The for fun shit is out the window when you add 40K to the prize pool. Yeah, I love it. It's so funny seeing people talk about Zaza. She used to throw games down here in Oz in Overwatch 2. This isn't new for her. Respectfully, I could already tell that based on the 3 matches that I actually saw her just clearly she's like, yeah, I'm a one-trick Widow main. It's 050, 070, 02. Like, you know, like, what the f*** are we even main? This is the best? You mean this is the best character that you've got? This is it? It's downhill from here? How do you even get lower from here? What even is this?
Anyone, he was never even like overbearing or like yelling and screaming. The closest he came.
But regardless, even if the tournament started with no prize pool and then it got a prize pool, it went from not being a serious, totally fine, for fun thing. And I bet if there was no prize pool, he probably wouldn't have said anything. He probably just been like, yeah, who cares, right? But because it's got 40K on the line, you can't get mad at people for saying, hey, you need to swap characters because like we're not going to be competitive if you don't swap characters. It's literally just that simple. Like, holy shit. It's like I'm trying to get somebody to not go Yumi jungle.
Was in this clip here where he's like, do you understand? Like, case in point, we should make a switch. This isn't working.
She said she isn't a one trick though, which is crazy. She plays Hela. First of all, that's exploiting. Hela is the most bullshit cancer character in that game. I would play Hela if I played Marvel's. And Punisher, but it wouldn't swap to them for some reason. Yeah, because she's being a stick in the mud. You guys know how it is, bro. You tell somebody, like, I've been on competitive teams before for games. I have. I've been, whether it be StarCraft 2 or League of Legends, I have been on competitive teams. And there's always like that one person that can't take constructive criticism. You have to be so careful with that person, right? In a competitive setting, because you're like, hey, we need you to change characters. And they're like, well, I'm not the problem. I did this, this, and this. Every single time, they're always like, my Gangplank top wasn't the problem because I did this. I pulled pressure. They used ultimates. They used flash. They used like, there's always some justification for why their 0 in 15 performance is somehow supposed to be good enough, right? When the reality of the situation is, if you are playing for 40 grand, you should be willing to look at yourself and say, all right, I'm the problem. Real shit, I'm the problem. I'm gonna fix it. I'll do what I gotta do to fix it. It's literally just that simple. I used to have a gamer girlfriends I used to compete with, broke up with her for not getting me a single kill in a finals for a LAN tournament. I got second place because she couldn't get a single kill. I lost it, you know, and I broke up with her ass. So that guy was super chill about it. That's what I'm saying. I would do the same thing. Like, bitch, Jesus Christ, I'm gonna need ibuprofen for my back. Holy, I gotta carry so goddamn hard.
Our Widow is 0, 5, and 0, which is a very fair point and a good suggestion because it clearly wasn't working. They may have won the point, but I think it's a large part because Kingsman put the team on his back here, like 18 and 2. He was kind of going Insano style.
Dude's got to take oxycodone. Back's in so much pain.
I don't know why this became such a huge issue for his teammates, where they hated him so much for trying to win that they started in.
The crazy thing is, the people will use this, these 050 morons, okay, with this scoreline, will go and they will be like, well, Baus, because they always use Baus. Baus goes negative every game, and he's clearly not the problem for his. He's like one of the best top laners ever. Every time. As if in any universe that they would be even comparable to the amount that Baus actually brings to the table for his team. And even Baus though will be like, yeah, okay, that's my guy, bad guys, I'll up on me, right? Oh, that's my bad. Best top laner is 0-3 LEC. We don't talk about it. But regardless, it's not his fault, it's his team, damn it! Regardless, he at least takes responsibility when he goes 0-7-7 or whatever. He's like, that's my guy, I fed. And you can hear him, he takes responsibility. He's like, I'll work on it, it's my bad. Right? Because that's what I would say men do. But that is what men do.
Insulting him after the fact.
Not all the time, though. We did watch a clip earlier this week of a guy of a Reddit mod, but I digress.
Most of the drama stems from them refusing to.
We're still not entirely certain that was a man.
Switch is one thing that feels like it's kind of trolling and just intentionally throwing the tournament for the sake of vibes, which is weird because, again, just go play quick play or something. Why even bother
Right.
going into a tournament if the goal isn't to try and win it? He made it clear he wanted to sweat because this would be very important money
No, I
for
haven't seen the
him
new video.
in his situation with college. Now, I also heard that when the tournament was put together, there wasn't an announcement about how much money was on the line. So I think maybe there was some confusion from the team where they wanted to just play for fun and sillies and goofies. And then once $40,000 was announced, they still had that mindset. Meanwhile, Kingsman really wanted a piece of that pie because it would be helpful to him. It'd be like three.
No, they should have just dropped out of the tournament if they were trying to do some for fun bullshit. In fairness, I think that whoever the tournament organizer was for this, and I don't know who the tournament organizer was, did a terrible job. To start a tournament that is a for fun tournament and then casually add a $40,000 prize pool after teams have been drafted and people are basically helpless that's bad. That's bad. That's really, really bad. I've run tournaments that are worth $20,000, right? I ran like Amazon sponsored, like real Amazon, not like fake Amazon Prime sponsored that dipshit Reddit mod. I actually got sponsored by Amazon Games. Ran that $20,000 tournament, but see, I ran that tournament much better than this. We didn't have this issue, right? But everybody knew what was on the line at the start, right? You don't get to change, you don't get to move the goalposts after you've already set them.
$1,000, which is a significant amount of money, especially for someone in college where this could be very useful.
It's your new money pit, NetEase. Was NetEase in charge of the tournament? I don't know. Plus, who at NetEase was running the tournament if that's the case? Who was it? Because the individual person, I wouldn't necessarily, like, sure, it looks bad on NetEase, sure. But, like, it's the individual people, like the person, like the tournament directors and the heads, who also were the ones that allowed Kingsman to even be removed from the team in the first place without doing any sort of investigation. Like, you know what I mean?
So that clashed where he really wanted to win. His team, who they didn't give too much of a they didn't think it was
Oh, they sponsored it. So no, NetEase did not. I was going to say, I don't think NetEase ran this tournament. No, NetEase did not run the tournament. They sponsored it. And I guarantee you they are regretting that decision now. Guaranteed they regret. They're not going to do that again. Because the tournament director completely fumbled the goddamn ball. In a massive way. This wasn't me. I almost fumbled because I called some dude in a private DM because he backed out of his match at the very last minute and caused me a serious amount of issues in production. I called him a private DM, then he went to Reddit and made a hate thread about me, which got crazy upvotes, and everyone was like, oh, he's so unprofessional. I can't believe he would say in 2026. Not joking. Whole thread. Okay? And the tournament almost got canceled because I called someone in a private DM. No shit. A $20,000 tournament for over 5,000 people across the entire world and multiple servers. Almost a full month-long event almost got canceled because some dipshit could not handle, and he was being, by the way, he fully admitted it after the fact, but wanted a virtue signal on the internet. And to be clear, that was what I would consider a small up that became a big up because some dipshit decided he wanted a virtue signal on the internet. Right? This is a completely different. This is all of him getting kicked from the tournament was public. The way they handled it was public, and the way that they just added a prize pool after the fact, all public. All of this shit is a disaster. One after another, like dominoes. Right? Whoever the tournament director for this was should never run another tournament again, and no one should ever sponsor that person to run a tournament. Worthless. Holy
that big of a deal. So he, throughout like their time playing together, would be making like suggestions and saying like, hey, you know, there's going to be this in the
Cece's from Toronto, so we know why she's I don't know about that. Okay. I've met a lot of Canadians that are great, well-meaning people that hate their country. I don't think I've ever met a Canadian that's like, yeah, I'm really happy with my government and my country. Great, right? But really nice people, and they're definitely educated, right? Right? Like, but like, no, people from Toronto, not Canadians. Okay, so people that are just living in Toronto. We don't claim them. This is why Canada's all f***ed up, bro. You guys got some shit right, like healthcare and shit, but you guys got your own issues, bro. You guys can't even figure out what language you want to be speaking.
Tournament, there's going to be that. Maybe we should look at this. Maybe we should look at that. And I think they were just getting so annoyed that he was wanting to win so badly that they started to really resent him for it.
I live in Missouri, not America. Same, brother.
It eventually
Hey, what cross current? What up, bro?
led to like the bubbling over point where he got reported to the tournament organizer. They said a whole bunch of nasty stuff about him, and then it snowballed into what it is today, mainly because the team captain was so vocal about her disdain for this guy. She said things like, "I'm pretty sure he spent all 20 years of his life inside playing video games, which is why he lacks social skills."
Well, clearly you didn't, and that's why no one wants to be on your team for the tournament. This isn't even an insult. This is exactly the person that I want on my team for the $40,000 tournament. What the are we even talking about? I love how bitches, literal bitches, will use this as a insult. Like it's like oh, I bet he just spends all of his time playing this game and he never interacts with people. Good. That's who I want on my team for this tournament. Thank God. Maybe your problem is stop going outside. The fuck are we talking about? Anyway, she says playing video games is why he lacks social skills. Why do we care about social skills for this tournament? I'll be honest with you. I sincerely, if I got the best player for Marvel Rivals in the whole world on my team, and they just literally were saying the N-word and the F-word and the homophobic slurs and shit the whole time, do you know what I would do? I would just turn their volume down and I would say, "Great job, buddy. Keep playing." Okay? I don't give a about your social skills. We're playing for $40,000. I think that people will overlook it. And to be clear, he's not even close to this severe. He didn't even say anything that bad. He was just like, "Yo, you need to change characters. This is ridiculous." Right? All that energy to become all that energy to become T500. Are they talking about like a Terminator on PC and controller? I don't know what T500
Years of his life inside playing video games, which is why he lacks social skills.
But women always got to go after like your social skills. You're a degenerate. I'm sorry, Cece. How often do you spend playing? Isn't your job? Aren't you a streamer? Isn't your job to play video games? Isn't that your job? And you're making fun of somebody else who also does it but is more successful than you at it? What the fuck are we talking about?
You are also spending your time inside playing video games.
Thank you. This is why everybody likes Charlie.
You're a streamer.
Yep.
Why are you using that as an insult against him? I didn't really detect a lack of social skills throughout any of the footage I saw of them.
And I saw a decent amount of this. Has been all over Twitter. I saw a decent amount of the clips and stuff that were bad. No, dude. I say worse shit in normals lobbies.
Playing together, I guess you could make an argument that, you know, maybe his attitude could grind your gears because he was offering like a lot of advice on potential team comps, and he did multiple times mention like, "Hey, the Black Widow's probably not going to work here. We've got to be mindful of like dive comps, that kind of thing. Would you be willing to try like Bucky perhaps?"
Yeah, he did suggest Bucky at one point. You say worse shit to us? Yeah, but you want it though. You guys like it when I degrade you and demean you. It's like this weird dynamic. You guys are constantly trying to degrade and demean and shove me down, and then I am also trying to do the same thing to you, and we're both just trying to get underneath each other. That's how it is.
And they would always kind of like roll their eyes at him and be like, "Shut."
It only goes one way. Well, that's what your mom said last night, but we figured it out. I'm gonna be honest. If you think for any reason that my chat is oppressed or I am mean to them, you need to go f*** yourself. Get out of here. Nobody cares about you. You're a loser. Okay? I sit here all day and chat basically just, it's like the 1800s up here. Chat just sits there and literally runs me down. All three chats. I literally just get run down all day and I love it. Because I love you guys. And I love how efficient brutally efficient you guys have become about destroying my self-confidence. It's a W. It's how men treat each other. That's how it is.
Up. Like, there's a clip I saw where one of them was like, you've got to just drop this. That's enough. Stop making suggestions, basically, about, switching. It's not happening. Look, which I think is a pretty hostile response to that, because this is coming from a place of him just trying to help the team win. I don't think he was being, necessarily overbearing with it or anything like that. He certainly wasn't
overbearing.
really being aggressive about it. Like, he never got...
is the top of Blue's head.
I do not have a dent. Look, there's no dent. Do you see that? It's perfectly level. Perfectly level. Stop saying that.
Personal. He was never, insulting his teammates. He was never doing anything like that, from what I could tell. So I truly didn't see, a lack of social skills. I just saw someone who really wanted to win because there was a significant amount of money on the line. And if you're in a tournament, why would you not be trying to win? Team captain even made this statement saying, I don't want to win with someone who can't take no for an answer.
I would absolutely want to win $40,000 with that person. And I think that most other people would also say the exact same thing. Literally just that simple. Is Cece even good at the game?
Which is a certified...
Does she even know what the she's talking about? Let's just be honest. I don't know anything about the Marvel Rivals scene. She's Diamond, so she sucks. So she sucks, right? Yeah, that's dog. That's literal dumpster trash. Okay, dumpster trash. That would be like saying you're good at League because you peak in Diamond. Holy. Do you have any idea how quickly you get eaten alive? Forzen is ranked higher than that. Shut the up.
Stinky comment for sure. That's a big time PU.
By the way, Forzen is not ranked higher than that. That guy sucks.
Moment right there for the Jumbotron. I don't know where that's even coming from. His suggestions weren't heeded. Okay?
Morning,
he
buddy.
didn't start stomping his feet and yelling and screaming and pissing and shitting about it either. He's just like, okay, all right, we'll do it. We'll run it. We'll do it live. And when it didn't work, he did eventually say, look, told you so. Can we please make this switch? And then still got attacked for it. Yep. I didn't see any examples of him not taking no for an answer. Yes, he did make a suggestion multiple times.
You could say that him not taking no for an answer is him consistently bringing up the same topic. And I think that he is entitled to not take no for an answer because Cece's being kind of a bitch.
Times would you be willing to try this? Would you be willing to maybe switch here? What about this? But that isn't not taking no for an answer. That is coming from someone who wants to win a $40,000 tournament.
Yeah, it's not even a question. What is this? Infinity Mice. We have been made aware of the situation involving Cece during the recent creator tournament. While we have worked together previously, we do not support behavior that targets or disrespects other creators. As a result, we will not be continuing any partnership going forward. We believe in keeping competition respectful, and we wish everyone the best going forward. The best part, this is so delicious. Do you know why this is delicious, guys? It's delicious because she was very clearly, Cece is clearly defending this Zaza, this other dog shit player at the game. She did this because I guarantee you it made her feel good to stick up for the slay queen. Don't worry about your performance. You're doing great, queen. As they yas-light the shit out of each other, right? Yas, slay, women power, yas, okay? Because they thought that would be the politically correct, emotionally good thing to do, and that they would look good publicly by defending the person who they saw as being bullied, right? Then to turn around, because normally sponsors want that, right? To turn around and lose a sponsor because you were sticking up for yet another dog shit gamer on your team, right? He was bullying him, and Infinity Vice is yeah, no, he should have bullied her. Yeah, you're the bully. You're the bully. Congratulations. Great work. Total victory. Total victory right here. Give Kingsman some peripherals. He says he plays on cheap ones. We're looking for a way to contact him at this moment. Holy shit. Oh my god. Dude. Does anyone know what her Twitter is? Crazy work. Absolutely crazy work. Yo, Kingsman cocksuckers. Screenshot this.
Guys, we brought the hand cam back. Who missed the hand cam? Put their hands up.
Why is there a witch
Yo,
speaking?
what's up?
Silence, witch! Christ. Yo, Kingsman cocksuckers. Screenshot this. Y'all think I ain't see the toxicity in the Kingsman Discord? Question mark, space, lowercase w, space, open quotations, not spreading hate from the mods and the Kingsman community. You deserve the hate. Start stupid shit, win stupid prizes. Okay? Just the way around, you're in find out stage. You're in find out. You are not entitled to say, oh my god, they're all hating on me, after you publicly, very publicly, shit down Kingsman's throat, okay? You publicly did that. You get a public response. That's what happens. I hope you're getting some hate. I do. You should. No one should be doing threats of violence or any of that shit. No one should be trying to dox or do any of that shit. But you deserve a response. You do. 100%, because that's how it works. Do you think that when I put up a video, I don't get a response? Do you think that everything I've said and done has always been received positively? Go ask Janae if that's the case. Go ask Ellie's community if they didn't spread hate on my... Like, what are we talking about, bro?
Continued to insult Kingsman, and
That honestly might make people like her nowadays.
I guess anyone that was supporting him in her Discord saying, yo, Kingsman cocksuckers, screenshot this. Y'all think I ain't seen the toxicity in the Kingsman Discord with not spreading hate from the mods and Kingsman community? Fire emoji. This one will really get your eyebrow in the air. So she's calling
Fire emoji.
out the people that were supporting Kingsman, saying they're cocksuckers and how toxic they are. Meanwhile, she has been the most openly toxic, like vocally expressing her disdain for this guy and how, like, his community.
Yeah, I don't understand what it is about women. Oh, why the f do you think you can attack, and then when somebody makes a valid response, it's not even like he attacked back. He just made a valid response, like, hey, here's what I thought about this. I think even at the end of his video, he literally puts a disclaimer, says, hey, maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments. But, like, this was the whole situation from my perspective. I didn't mean to piss anybody off or whatever, right? He was as reasonable as he could be, and this bitch is getting clapped back. Clapped back. And now she's upset about it because everyone didn't agree with the fact that she stuck up for the Yas Queen bully. That bully, wow, he really showed him. Honestly, I half expected Zaza to start yelling, drive, baby, drive!
And
that was a little nuggy for any of our American viewers.
let's not get it twisted.
That's because gamers are sick of these. Okay, all right, Godo, chill. I think gamers are just sick of the zero accountability. And it's not just women, okay? It's all gamers, all right? It's men, too. Men do this, too. But women are the most, they do it the most. And we're exhausted. We've been dealing with this for 10 years. We're exhausted, okay? Like, at a certain point, we're all just like, okay, like, you can't just not take accountability for anything and then just do whatever you want and pretend that you're a minority. That's not how this works. Like, we're done with that. We're done with that.
I think it's pretty obvious. Most people have probably seen a lot of, like, really dog shit takes from people
She is absolutely making it way worse for other actual girl gamers. I've played with plenty of female gamers that have been way better at the video game than me, that have been way less emotional than me, that have been taken more accountability than me. This woman, she just makes she just fits the stereotype. She just right into this. That's why this is getting mainstream attention.
Using this as just like a giant insult against all women who play video games. That is absolutely happening, and that shit sucks. Those are some losers you can make fun of.
Right.
Absolutely.
It's fair.
But she, from what I can tell when this message was sent, was talking about like anyone that was expressing support for Kingsman, and I'm sure there probably were some like absolute greaseballs that went through and said some terrible things, sure. But to extend that to like anyone that was
Do you think that Kingsman didn't get any? See, I don't even care about that. Do you think that Kingsman didn't get hate? Genuinely, do you think that the simp viewers of 2 female streamers did not come over and give Kingsman any amount of hate? None. What are we talking about? Of course he got hate because it was all public. It was all public. You get public responses. That's just how the it is. Right? Now, nobody should be, no calls to violence, no calls to action, none of that shit, right? But you're entitled to a public response. And if you want to call people names, that's fine. People call each other names all the time. That's how it is.
supporting Kingsman, calling them cock.
Blue Squadron is like the joke with the BJ and the building the bridge. What? You build 100 bridges? You suck one dick? You're not a bridge builder? You're a goat? I don't even understand.
Suckers, I think, is just kind of crazy, especially considering she has by far been the most mean and nasty about this. Kingsman, from what I saw from the clips that were during this time, he tried to like actively say like, hey, don't go harass anyone and don't be mean. You know, it is what it is at the end of the day.
I think he did have disclaimers in the video too.
Like, he was clearly upset about it, but I felt like he was doing, or at least making an effort to try and stop people from going and doing shit like that. She, on the other hand, was just openly attacking him.
Character? No, I know. Everyone thinks this guy's a loser. Kingsman's a loser.
Like a bug. That's just what happens.
That's such a good point. You're so right about that. And we're still gonna play Widow. I need this.
And we're still gonna play Widow. Yas, because we can't get any lower. Well, technically we can, because there's somehow one team that placed below us. But you know what? We're here to have fun. Holy shit. Shoot me.
For my college.
In Minecraft. Who is this?
I need this for my college. I have about 6 or 7 more years.
This is a clip I keep.
Wait, are they making fun of the fact that he's a poor college student? Are you kidding me? You're joking. You're kidding, bro. No shot. What? I mean, I make fun of people for being poor, but I'm clearly joking, right? I was a poor college student once. How many of us were all poor college students? Everybody that went to college in the United States. I'll just save you the trouble. And didn't have mommy and daddy pay for the entire thing. Okay? All of us. I'm still poor. Exactly, bro. Yeah, I know. I know how it is. And I've been in those trenches taking those grenades. You're living paycheck to paycheck. I was like $11,000 in credit card debt. You're living paycheck to paycheck. You're just trying to get through shit. You're working 3 jobs. You got 20 credit hours, whatever. And even if your life isn't that hard, it's hard, bro. You're just in debt all the time, dude. How is a college student ever able to make enough money to pay for their school and live on like a normal, and like not a box, you know what I mean, like a cardboard box on the street, right? It doesn't make any sense. Daddy's money, right? Unless you have mommy and daddy paying for everything, but those people set aside, right? That's not everybody. Most people are like, they have to take out the student loans, and they're poor. And when you're in college, everybody goes through this. Or most middle class and lower people that go to college go through this, where you're just like poor as shit. I used to have to live out of my Mazda, like my car. I was literally living out of my car for part of mine. What are you gonna do? You can't. What's even happening? You just can't afford anything, right? Like I went down, you make sacrifices. You're like, okay, there were times in my college career where I genuinely was like, okay, we're already on single ply toilet paper that we are literally stealing from the university. Not joking. I used to just steal toilet paper, okay? But we're still running out, and they're starting to lock the toilet paper rolls now. So what if we just use less quilts when we wipe? Thoughts? You know what I mean? Like, you literally are looking for everything to cut money everywhere. all the time. If you order DoorDash a single time, DoorDash, if you literally eat out fast food one time the whole week or even the whole month, you feel guilty because you don't have enough money to do that. That's how poor you are. You're constantly poor. You have no money for any reason ever, and you're always in debt. And at a certain point, you just have to take at a certain point, you just take out the credit card debt because you're like, it. You know, like you can't get around it. So now you got student loan debt and you've got credit card debt, which is all paying multi-billion-dollar corporations that don't need that kind of money. But like, that's a topic for another time. But like, to pick on somebody because they are trying to forward themselves, because that's what he's trying to do, right? He's in college. He's trying to forward himself. He's trying to better himself, right? And he's making sacrifices to make that a thing. And I'll be honest with you, you get $40,000 when you're in college. That's life-changing money. I don't know about the rest of you guys. That's almost down payment on a house money. That's down payment on a decent, in certain parts of the country, not everywhere. But like, that's life-changing amounts of money. I would be taking it seriously too. And to sit there as a privileged streamer after the fact, because see, I used to be poor. I'm not poor anymore. Thank you guys. I'm not poor anymore. To sit here and after the fact, look back and say, haha, look at it, he needs the money because he's poor, and do it in a like you're not even joking. You're just actually making fun of him because he's poor, dude. What are we talking about? What even is that? It's a level of privilege that we don't see in society, or at least we used to not see in society, and now we see it from, generally speaking, one group of individuals. Usually, if someone on the internet is unironically calling someone else poor, they're a white woman.
Like, if you're a broke boy, just say so.
Work, and they're like, oh, great point. Go f yourself. We're still playing Widow. That's all we're going to do. We're here just for good vibes, good time, and I don't care if this money means something to you because it doesn't to us.
Exactly. Right? Like, you can't even fathom the fact that other people are in a terrible financial situation because you're so privileged and you've forgotten, or you've never had to struggle in your life, so you have no concept. I'll be honest with you guys, as much money as I make as a streamer now, if a tournament was worth $40,000, that's still a lot of money. I don't even know how much money are these bitches making that they're like, yeah, 40 grand, that's nothing. 40 grand's a lot of money. Like, what the are we talking about?
That second clip, that is not Cece, that is someone else named Lucy, whom has deleted this VOD, so I can't even find the full context here, but from the sound of things, she is insulting Kingsman because of him expressing the want of the $3,000 because it would be very helpful to him as a college student. So then she's like making fun of him, taking the piss, even threw in an absolutely revolting 6'7" meme reference that
they're probably lying, just acting like it's nothing to them. Some people feel better if they do this. Yeah, there are a lot of streamers that pretend like they make a lot of money or they live flamboyant lifestyles or whatever. You know, it is what it is. The thing that the only time I ever, but I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to spend a lot of money and fly, is when I'm doing like cosmetics in Where Winds Meet, or I spend money in video, right? If I spend money on video games, because I'm a single guy, I have like literally no expenses. I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have kids. I don't have any other responsibilities. My responsibility is to play video games. So it's all a tax write-off. It is literally all a tax write-off. And it's the only thing I ever spend my money on. I just don't. There's nothing, I have nothing else. So I just, just kind of sitting there. It makes me happy. So, right. Like that's basically it. But like, bro, I ain't going to sit here and be like, yeah, no, 40K is nothing. What the fuck are we talking about?
make your skin crawl.
Buy the boat. I don't have, guys, if I had won the Marvel Rivals tournament, I would have owned the boat. Okay. But I can't own a boat. I don't have $40,000. Okay.
About it. It's just very mean.
But when I go to China, I'm going to ask them if I can have a boat.
Spirited. There's also
and not so that I can sail to North Korea. No, like one in game.
Another clip of her talking about it, saying like even if you support Kingsman, like it's Israel or something. I don't even know what she was trying to say with that one. I guess since I referenced it, I'll show you that clip too.
I have a genuine question. Like seriously, answer this. Even if you support Kingsman, whatever, support Kingsman like it's Israel. Anyway.
I mean, this is a Hassan viewer for sure, right? This a this a Hassan viewer for sure, right? You know, I don't know about you guys, but when I watched Kingsman's video about this, the hour and a half long video or whatever, I got to the end and said, how could the Jews have done this? Disgusting.
Whatever you have in your head, I have a genuine question.
I think everyone has a genuine question after seeing that segment there. I don't know why she would be saying something like that with this.
I know why. And it's funny. It's funny that she doesn't use Iran. Because that's the more pressing matter. That's funny, though. Women like you. Iran who? What's going on in Iran right now? What? Huh?
And the whole VOD, from what I can tell, is no longer accessible, so I don't even know what the question she was about to ask.
Of course it isn't, because we got to cover up all the evidence.
But yeah, it's definitely not a good look, and she is very openly, like, making fun of Kingsman from what I can see in the clips that still exist of it. But this is not Cece. This was not someone that played on Kingsman's team. I don't believe. All of this is only the tip of the iceberg, by the way. It gets so much deeper. There was a Google Doc that was put out there from...
There's a Google Doc and I don't have it? Somebody get me the Google Doc right now. Holy shit, they must be Black Desert Online players. That's all we ever do in BDO is we make Google Docs about stuff. Whenever there's some drama... Usually when there's drama involving a woman, we always have Google Docs for everything. Everything is documented on the Google Docs. It's crazy. Not joking. Actually a thing. I have like 2 Google Docs about me. I have one downloaded on my computer right now.
Boyfriend, the tournament organizer initially like doubled down saying, nope, I maintain my position here. He deserved to be kicked from this tournament. He violated all of our rules. And then today he came forward very somber, like, look, I know everyone's mad at me and they're right to be mad at me. I was wrong about everything. I looked at this misleading evidence. It was only from one side and it was incorrect.
W tournament director taking accountability. Yeah. Hell yeah. And I don't blame him for doubling down initially because people doubt you no matter what. There's the link. Oh, bro, let's go. This is delicious. Oh, this is so delicious. Okay, about the tournament director very quickly. I don't blame him for doubling down. Because as a tournament director myself before, people are going to second guess everything you do. And he made a decision. He went with it. He stood on business. He stood by the decision. But then after the fact, he looked at it and he was like, I f***ed up here. So he came out and he apologized. That's exactly how he should have handled it. I think that's fair. In fairness, he should have investigated right away. He did f*** up. But he at least fixed it. All right, who made this Google Doc? Why is this called the Cece Files? That's crazy. This is literally insane. Why are we calling this the Cece Files? It makes it sound like some Jeffrey Epstein shit. Is there going to be a bunch of redacted stuff in here? All right, so Kingsman posted it on Twitter himself. Okay, so he made this. Kaplunk. I don't think so. They have been at it for at least the last hour. In between matches and rounds, it flares up again. Go on an alt, clip anonymously, download clip. If there's anything that can help us get him kicked off the team, don't worry. Plenty of people in line, just as good. Kingsman, like everybody else, is replaceable. Playing for the money, ... Get the f*** out. Is playing for the money bad? I was under the impression that is why we all want to be professional gamers. Is this... Who's Kaplunk?
Strider just
Who the f*** is
for
this?
6 months. Hi, Baldy.
This is not the tournament director, is it? Zaza's boyfriend. Oh, God. This is an ex... Oh, God. Yesterday, Kaplunk, Zaza's boyfriend, who reported Kingsman in the tournament, made a tweet saying, if you're gonna send hate to anyone, send it to me, with the comments locked. Unfortunately, didn't get a screenshot. Today, he privated his Twitter. Holy shit. What a... You know the best part about this is I guarantee you that 80% of Zaza's viewers are literally read this and are like, boyfriend. You got a boyfriend? What am I paying you for? I'm glad that this is all coming out. Unironically, female streamers support goes down if they get a boyfriend. It does. You hate to see it, but it does do it. It does happen. Now, this is a terrible person. Right here. This reminds me of Hartel. That's what this reminds me of. The people that tried to f me over in BDO for like 100 different things. That's who this reminds me of. It's the same simp bullshit behavior. It's like, oh, for my queen, I'm gonna get him kicked off the team. It's the same behavior. If there's anything that can help him get kicked off the team, and then again, playing for the money, ... What the are we talking? Of course we're playing for the money. You guys are playing because we're what, friends? I'm not friends with you. I'm here to win $40,000, which ironically would make us friends. Okay. That's how we become friends, is if we win $40,000. But aside from that, if we don't win the $40,000, we ain't friends. Look at Kingsman's offline chat. Is this it here? Or you mean like right now? Bro, this guy's not even online. What the f? That's fine. Wanted to throw a follow. I don't know. W. Yeah, you got screwed over. It's all justice is served. How can I prime on my phone? ! Sub count. Now we have to wait for someone special to go live again. C and then C. Score, she doesn't deserve attention. It's in followers only chat, by the way. I went through this when I blew up over my whole shit. When I got fired from my teaching job, I had a bunch of support come in. I got a bunch of Prime subs when I wasn't live. It was insane. As well. Absolutely gonna drop my follow though. All right. There's no bans. Yeah, I'll get through it. Okay, here we go. Is your title Ab Basim? Average chatter. All Dimension Fundad. This is likely the first and probably Marvel Rivals probably only Marvel Rivals content, I assume. I'm wildly fascinated by the community. 40k prize pool, and you kick a rank 1 player because he is playing to win. I don't know why this is like cut off, like half of the stuff is cut off. Okay. Replying to Ashley K Fanboy 7. Again, average Twitch chatter. Nope, just a drama YouTuber or maybe Twitch streamer who doesn't have to lie by saying I'm better than you. Not denying that, you actually are a nobody. Opinions on Cece being chopped mant is I am better than you. All due respect, your name is Ashley K Fanboy 7. You're not better at anyone, at anything, other than maybe jacking off in the tub. And even that, there's probably someone better than you at that. So. And this is just blind speculation, but the fact that she referred to it as helping us get him kicked off means that multiple people were trying to do that on my team. 100%, it's not blind speculation. That is a fair assumption. Kaplunk is Zaza's boyfriend, and I'm assuming this message is with one of the team members, and I'm 99% sure it's Cece. Either way, my vibes were off. So here's the DMs between me and her that day after I got kicked and posted the video right before the tournament started. I'm just going to be honest, guys. If I was Zaza's boyfriend, I would be like, honey, you need to get your shit together or I'm breaking up with you. Okay, you can't go 0-5-0 on stream and then pretend like you're a good player. Let's get it together. Okay, sweetie? All right, that would have been the base thing. All right, here we go, Cece. Bro, please do something. These NPCs in my Discord server, TikTok chat, Instagram, comments, and streams. You. Welcome to finding out phase of around. You around, and now you are finding out. Look at that, you're getting a public response. It's just not the one that you wanted. That's crazy. I told them not to harass anyone. Yep, I said this is the same. Bro, this feels like the same drama that I had with the people in BDO when I got fired from my teaching job. Can you please tell people to stop harassing me? And I'm like, dude, I told everyone, don't harass them. Don't do this. But like, you around, you kick someone from their guild, you kick someone from their Discord, you're gonna find out. You're gonna find out. People are gonna have a response to that. It's the way that it goes, brother. Anyway, I told them not to harass anyone like 40 times in my vid. If you have Twitch names, I can ban them. I'm not deleting the video. So somebody, one of his blocked, ignored message. I'm not deleting the video. It legit just a VOD, but I have told my viewers like a trillion times not to harass anyone, and I'll keep saying that at the start of my streams. No one is, no. Stop it. I'm tired of people being criticized and then saying I'm being harassed. You are not being harassed. You are not being harassed. I mean, this guy can barely pay for food. He's literally got T-Mobile. Okay? You can't, like, you're literally criticizing someone who is on the brink of bankruptcy. All right? This guy, he can't afford shit. All right? That's how you know right there. Holy I think I'm responsible for banning you when all I said was, I agree, Basim. He was going to boot you anyways, no matter what I did. I wish you asked for clarification before you posted this godforsaken video. You. Instead, I'm here fighting panic attacks and mass banning people. Fighting panic attacks. Well, maybe you shouldn't have around. Maybe you shouldn't have around. And you wouldn't be finding the out. Bro. Next thing she's going to be claiming is, I'm getting death threats. I'm getting, everybody, I have to stop. I have to shut it down. I'm getting death threats. Nobody's threatening you. People are just criticizing you, right? I guarantee you, I just tweeted at her. Right? That's harassment. I didn't harass shit. Voicing an opinion, right? Don't talk shit. Don't get hit. I don't understand why people think that they can just say whatever the they want, and then the moment they get any backlash for saying something very publicly because you are a streamer, for the moment you get any backlash, you're like, oh my god, I can't. Stop streaming. I have an idea. How about just, I've got an idea. You're fighting panic attacks by banning people on X and different platforms. Delete your Twitter. Delete your Twitter. Delete your Twitch. Stop streaming. Don't make videos. You know why? Because a million, not turn off for a day. No, delete it. It's not going to go away. It'll be there tomorrow and the next day and the next day. Sincerely, if you can't handle the heat, get the out of the kitchen. All right? If you can't handle hate as a streamer, don't be a streamer. Because you are in the court of public opinion here. And if the court of public opinion disagrees with you, which will happen at some point, if the court of public opinion disagrees with you, you're going to get hate for it. And the funniest part is that is the only downside of this entire job. We literally sit here on our computers playing video games, watching YouTube videos for more money per year than people with full master's degrees and PhDs in college make. And you're sitting here complaining that people are giving you a panic attack on Twitter. Stop complaining. Stop it. Your job is a joke. My job is a joke. Stop complaining about it. This is somebody that's never worked in their entire life. Do you get panic attacks when you're a streamer? Absolutely you do. 100% you do. That's part of the job. That's part of the gig. I get hate every day. Every day. Probably not as much as she's getting right now, but she asked for it.
Subscribed for 15 months. Yay, FCKU Baldy.
That's my subscriber right there. 15 months. Yeah, you too, bitch. Thanks for your money. Anyway, like, if you around, you're gonna find out, right? That's just the way that it is. Make another post or delete the video if you really care. No, do not delete the. Oh, I was supposed to read this like it's. This is how you know, respectfully, the Kingsman is a weeb. It's that he put this one, which was supposed to be read first, on the right side, and then he put the one that's supposed to be read second on the left side because he watches way too much manga and he's jacking off to hentai every day. Okay? No, we read from left to right. You put this one on the left and then this one on the right. Okay? It's the way that it goes. I'm tired of reading it backwards. Make another post or delete the video if you really care. Do not delete the video. Do not back down. Do not surrender to these people. Do you think that if this situation was reversed and the entire community saw Cece as the good guy and Kingsman as the bad guy, do you think that Cece would delete the clips and take down her VOD? Flip it for 2 seconds. Do you think she would give a about you for even 2 seconds if everybody came into her chat going, yes, queen, that bully,
Audio
the white
Epic
man
just
is the reason
resubscribed
we
for 3
all
months.
have trouble in
T-Mobile is good
society.
now, take that
Okay?
back.
If that happened, do you think that for a moment that she would be, no, she'd be double, triple, quadrupling down. In fact, she'd be giving Pirate Software a God's honest run for how many, who can double down the most times in a row in one stream and get away with it. Like, for real. Like, hello? Do you have any response? You shouldn't ever, don't respond to this. Just terrorism, that's what this is. These are terrorists. And if you're from the United States, you know that we don't negotiate with terrorists. This is how I feel. Just like you want 40K, I want some peace of mind for the next time I go live. You don't get peace of mind the next time you go live. That's how streaming works, sweetie pumpkin. Buttercup. And to be clear, guys, look at this. Look at this. This is our Twitch tracker right here. This is our Twitch tracker right here. She's up in viewers. She's up in viewers and she's gained followers. And she's gaining followers. It's not even hurting her. It's helping her. The visibility is literally helping her. Still complaining because she's getting any amount of negative press. Because she's getting any amount of negative press. It's actually just wild. It's unbelievable how much these people can play victim, right? Look at this. Look at this. Like 196 followers in one stream. In one stream. She did get a raid. That was a big one, right? But like, yeah. It's crazy. But she can't handle that people on the internet might dislike her or dislike something that she said. Now back to the Cece Files. I'm eating this shit up. I love this. I am not deleting the video. It's legit just watch the VOD. Oh, it's legit just the VOD, but I already read this. Why not? You took my clip out of context before even asking me for clarification. You can re-upload the VOD again. No? Don't negotiate with Karen terrorists. Domestic terrorism is a serious problem in the United States. Okay?
Cute.
They're everywhere. They're everywhere. Yosemite Bear, Yosemite Bear, welcome back for 2 months, man. Appreciate you. Cross back for 5 months.
Resubscribed for 5 months. Take my money, Cross 6 cringe current.
God bless them. God bless them. Yeah, terrorists. That's right. This is a terrorist right here. She's just trying to get this taken down so that she doesn't have to deal with the backlash of making a bad decision. She would never do it for you. Don't back down. Never back down to these people. I learned that the hard way when I got fired from my teaching job. I learned that it would never be enough. I gave concession after concession after concession. It was never enough. And they doubled, they tripled, they quadrupled down. And then I got tremendous amounts of hate everywhere. And you know what? I dealt with it. You know why? Because I want this job. This is the job. When I put out a video about Ellie and Janae viewbotting, I got crazy hate for that. When I put out the video about Janae AFK drop streaming, I got a ton of hate for that. I said people are entitled to their response. That's how it works. That's how shit works. Like, welcome to the public forum, bro. The VOD is staying up, dude. I'm not taking it down. Nothing is out of context. It's just the 16th. And then the draft from a viewer's perspective. Yep. Nothing is out of context. She literally, nothing is out of context at all. She just absolutely shit down his throat the moment that he was like, hey, you need to play a different character. All right, you insinuated I was the one who got you banned, but put a random screenshot Discord message from someone else saying I was sus for getting into a one-on-one call with Bassam. You said in the same vid, I have a boss call with Bassam. And in the same vid, you say, I greenlit it. I'm not here to argue. Yeah, you clearly wanted him off the team. You advocated for it. You pressured it.
Just resubscribed for 5 months.
It was clear.
She wasn't even nice to him when she requests to take it down. Zero remorse.
Correct. She does not care. She does not care. Spacebar Jump, welcome back for 5 months, man. Appreciate you. Thanks so much, man. I've been informed of everything that happened today as of today. Who the is this? Who is this? Owns Solaris GG. Oh, shit. I made the decision that Cece has been removed from Solaris GG. That's another sponsor. And its creator program. Oh my god. I want to clarify, Solaris and its staff, other creators had zero involvement in Bassem ZV's tournament. I love he adds Bassem. Throw him under the bus. Get him the out of here, hold on. Oh god. Oh, this is too good. Oh, yeah. We had zero involvement with Bassem ZV. It's his tournament, not our tournament, his tournament. / all of CC's social media posts and messages, the actions done and the insults said towards Kingsman by the group of streamers is not something I'm happy about or what Solaris stands for. Oh, my God. Peak. Absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. Oh, God. We're not even done with the Cece Files yet. Hold on. We're in it right now. We're in it to win it right now. Holy moly. Oh, my God. Holy typing. Holy essaying. You said in the same vid, I have a boss call. You were greenlit it, whatever. Okay. Oh, sorry. You are uncomfortable that I'm not taking no for an answer. Yeah, look at this bitch. She's literally like, oh yeah, I'm so nice. Please take the video down. Please take the video down. And then when you say no, so you're uncomfortable that I'm not taking no for an answer. Is that it? Holy dude. Like, honey, you get home, you open the door. God, honey, I had a really tough day at work. Oh, so you're implying that me taking care of the kids at home, I don't have to do anything. My job's just unimportant to you? Well, you think that my job's easy? Same shit. Same shit, bro. The same way you didn't take no for an answer for an hour? Holy. Or the fact that the only thing you said to the team was about money. Yeah, there's $40,000 on the line. Like, seriously, bro, why the would I want to kick you if I insisted you stay after you said you were going to go play ranked? You insisted that he should stay because he's the only one playing well on your whole team. Thanks for throwing me under the bus and into unlimited harassment for X amount of weeks, if not months. Oh my God. It's the consequences of my own actions. God. Jesus Christ, dude. What are we even talking about right now? Holy. Honestly, if anything, seeing this will make people double down. It'll make it even worse. The moment that people that are giving you shit realize that you have a weak mental status, honestly, in my you're lucky that this isn't like the PvP community in an MMO. Because I guarantee you, if this same shit got released in a PvP MMO community, we'd all be like, boys, they're chumming the waters. Okay? Because the sharks be coming out to feast. They be eating you alive. Oh my God. Get your clicks now, all because your own actions got you banned, and you can't accept that. Well, no, he has accepted it. The only person that ironically can't accept their own actions and is getting them canceled because of it is you. I mean, I hate to be that guy. Ironic. Okay, we went over the Revenge of the Sith yesterday, so I assume you guys are going to be able to keep up with this meme here. Usually I'd be mature, but I don't... Sure, yeah. But I don't even owe you that much. You can't even see how you're in the wrong. You're an asshole for harassing Zaza for a whole hour. A whole hour! Oh my God, I told that literal pig to because she plays like she's got hooves. Okay? She didn't even have fingers. I told that person who literally does not have all 10 fingers on her hands to play a different character, and apparently I'm the asshole. Right? Holy moly. Okay, you're an asshole for harassing Zaza for a whole hour and making her upset even after we said to stop, and now I'm getting harassment 10x fold. Well, maybe you should have just kept your mouth shut. Also, you're being criticized. I hate to be the actually. You're being criticized. Okay. I'm not here to argue, so I'm sorry to hear that. Stop lying, you're not sorry. He's not sorry. And he should be unrepentant. I mean, you also just got banned from Twitch the other day for your actions, which is a totally separate matter. Wait, she got banned from Twitch too? What the f? Wait, a woman got banned from Twitch? It was only for 24 hours. What'd she do? Kill somebody? They get unbanned after a day? Oh, so just sexual assault then. Kingsman. Sorry to hear that. I mean, you also give it. Okay, here we go. For what actions? Lamau. I said something in chat to my friend. Okay. I'm done talking. Good luck with the tournament. Finished second to last, by the way. Second to last, by the way. It's completely unrelated. Unrelated. I'm done talking. Good luck on the tournament. You know, I hard defended you. Really, where's that evidence? When the Entei drama farmed. Really, where's the evidence? Show. I got into major drama in the creator Discord. Well, PMA, you will no longer have to get into major drama in the creator Discord, seeing as you have been removed from the creator program. So that's honestly a W. Get some W's in chat for Cece. Won't have to deal with that drama anymore. W. Get chat spamming W right now. There you go, W. Now you don't even have to worry about it no more. Perfect. I got a major drama in a creator Discord with a bunch of people just dogging on me for being upset. Ate went behind my back to talk about you and Luck. I had creators tell me you're a crash out and there is not good. I got you. What? And that it is not good. I got you on my team and I still defended you. Okay. So creators were saying it's not good that they got him on her. Well, honestly, in fairness, it's possible that Kingsman sucks. That is possible, right? Unlikely, but possible. That being said, if somebody that sucks is the best person on your team, what does that say about the rest of your team? Here we are. Here we are. I ain't ever met such a narcissist like you. Holy projection. I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't seen more projection than a Displacer kitten in Magic the Gathering. I've seen less projection than out of Displacer cats in Dungeons and Dragons. Absolutely insane. She then removed me from the Discord server with the rivals creators all over TikTok where we chat. Wow. And apparently she was the owner, Lamau. So she just removed you from the TikTok chat with the other content creators. Who is that? Atsu. That's right. Atsu, is that you? My Ratsu from the gacha community? Holy shit. Also, on a side note, why am I getting messages like this, Lamau? What the f does this say? Hey, I've been keeping up with the drama between you and those females. Crazy way to say it. And even if I'm late, my blood is boiling, so I'm going to write this essay about it. Oh, God. At first, I felt for you since I had something similar happen to someone I know on a smaller scale. But then I saw the last 2 minutes of your video and the 23-minute video on Bassam's VOD where he shared your combos. After watching those last moments, I think you really deserve to get crushed. You let them gaslight you and gave Zaza a pass to use the misogyny card against you, and you made it work. People like you who fooled like that little female worshipping F words are why gaming in general and competitive content creation is going to shit. She was literally calling your viewers pedophiles, which she did, by the way. But then there's even the slightest amount of pushback, or you treat her as an equal peer. Everyone freaks out, including that bald cuck, because they're women. How am I catching splash damage from this? Oh, what the? You let them gaslight you and you get... In the end, you prove to be a little bitch who cares more about not being perceived as a misogynist, even though you never even showed any signs of it, than standing up for yourself. You're a disgrace to any self-respecting human, and I hope life grapes you by the very women you claim not to hate. Unless, of course, you change your ways. But alright. I'll be honest with you, this is pretty standard. That's pretty standard. I get messages like that constantly. Let's see. I bet I can find one right. Hold on. I got this shit. Hold up. Do not ban at Blue Squadron. Do not ban me when I'm talking to my wife. I will end that bitch's life if you piss me off with her bullshit. I swear to God, you fat waste of space loser. Working on that, by the way. Blue, you're lucky I don't care about you or your dog, or I would end your lives too. I would kill your dog right in front of your pathetic self, then kill you, but you're a waste of time. Do not bother with what I'm doing. I swear to God, you worthless loser. Keep testing me, people. Your pathetic dog. You losers are going to leave me no choice. This is what we get. This is pretty standard. And by the way, he was talking about a female streamer in this case. I banned him because he was being weird in my chat about with a female streamer, and he's not associated with this female. She's banned him like 6 times. She's banned him like 6 times on like 6 different accounts, right? Not associated with her. He calls her his wife. Crazy work. That's what I did. That's why I deserve this. But you know what I said? You know what I say to people like this? I say, you're right, I've been working on my weight. My bad. Because I make public actions, you get public responses. And there are unhinged people on the internet that say crazy shit like he got these messages here, right? I get messages like this every day. I mean, shit, bro. Have you seen my Twitter? It's full of this. Bro, Chinese people are insane. Chinese people are literally nuts, by the way. Hold on, let me go find her. Hello, bald sister. Why haven't you been live streaming? Do you know how much we miss you when you don't live stream for a day? I hope you will broadcast 24 hours a day. Don't be ungrateful. If this continues, Trump will let Netanyahu send a killer for you. Okay. That's not even the only one. I get shit every day. There's this crazy shit, and then like I go to translate it. Like, what the is that? Like, what the even is that? Like, I'm not gay. Like, what the why are we even here? Like, you know what I mean? And I get crazy messages from the Chinese people. That's just like a prelude. I shared a lot of it with like Note and Pixel. They're like, dude, these people are crazy. I'm like, yeah. But hey, that's what you get when you're a streamer. You get unhinged people with mental illness on the internet. Just buy some guns, you'll be fine. Buy some guns, get some security, you'll be good to go. Actually, funny Chinese viewers. Yeah, I thought I smile about it. Look, this is his offline chat, by the way, now. This is Kingsman's offline chat. Prime sub. Gifted subs, prime sub. Tier 1 sub, prime sub. This is what my chat looked like the one time I blew up like that. Crazy. Until they hate you. Hey, man, it is what it is. You know, you go through the cycle of life and death. Anyway, that's my thoughts on this whole thing. I think that Cece, you fuck around, it's a fuck around and find out situation. Absolutely, this is a fuck around and find out situation. Actually, wait. Go back to her Twitter. What does she have to say about this? What has she been publicly saying about this?
Yo, what's up, Hoodwink? Yo, what's up, Dragon?
Emotions are high, and I've learned when to step away. Okay. Oh, hold on. Oh, she's essaying, guys. ESSAYING, essaying. She's not Nina Linning, okay? She's not going full Nina Lin. I'm sorry I failed to realize that I need to take proper accountability on here as well. Many of you saw my replies, and they were defensive, deflecting, and argumentative. I was busy fighting to defend myself. Nope. Don't stop it. I was busy fighting to defend myself, and I've deleted them now because I realized what you guys really wanted from me was a sincere apology. As the team captain, I have a responsibility to make accommodations for all my teammates while advocating for my widow OTP, who apparently she's not a widow OTP. I also need to better respect Kingsman's wishes. Once the team environment became disruptive, I needed to de-escalate with a solution for both parties. A simple, hey guys, let's try this game with Widow, and then the next one we can switch things up, could have worked. Well, see, we already tried a game with Widow, and the game before that with Widow, and that still didn't work. So at a certain point, when are we going to do the switch things up phase? You know what I mean? Like when does that begin? Emotions were high, and I failed to notice, which resulted in me snapping at Kingsman. I apologize as no matter what, raising voices and instantly shutting down a teammate is not the right thing to do. I should also have reprimanded the comments directed at Kingsman once the scrims were over. I need to hold everyone accountable. How about calling his chat a bunch of pedophiles? How about that? We can apologize for that? Because she did do that. I also apologize for calling Kingsman a loser. And I should not have read that chat in the first place. Well, to be clear, I don't think that Kingsman cares about being called a loser. This is just patronizing. I'm going to apologize for more very small things to deflect from the much larger thing that really I need to take full accountability for. Right? It was very disrespectful as Kingman was just trying to win. Like, how about shaming his political, or I mean his economic status? Although technically she didn't do that, she just laughed at people who did that. And as a leader, I needed to lead without emotions and a clear view. I said good vibes are important, but failed to create that properly. Before Kingsman's videos went out, I had already reflected, which is why I didn't realize you guys needed to hear it too. I'm sorry, my Twitter fingers went first and not this. I tried my best to be ready as a captain, preparing a spreadsheet with various comps and playstyles. I have learned that being a team captain is more than strategies. It's about everyone on the team. That's all I need. That's all I need to have to say. I'm going to be honest with you. Apology not accepted. How in the could you go into a leadership position, into a captain position, and not understand that the job of the team captain is to make sure that everybody is on the same page? Okay? Yeah, strategy is part of the team captain. Who is on the team is also part of being a team captain. If people are having fun is another part of being team captain. Managing HR issues is a part of being team captain. I know. I've done this before. All right, let's scroll up. What does she have to say after the massive apology? What does she say after this? I'm in the middle of class as I see this, but I want to clear those DMs with Kaplunk. It's not with me. Is not with me. I would not know of any substitute list. You know what's funny? I'm in the middle of class, so I'm really busy. I guarantee you she has not stopped checking for news on this issue since it started. You might physically be in class, but you are still on your phone. You are still on Twitter. And the reason that you knew about it the moment that the DMs were talked about is because you're just on top of it. Nobody's a bigger fan of this drama than you. Right? Yes, I know I flamed Kingsman, but I have been trying to apologize since that night. No, you haven't. That's why we have the Cece Files. That's why we have these. Okay? I was already framed in the video as a person who made the boss call. No, the boss call. No. You know the boss call would have been in a situation where a tournament is worth $40,000? The team captain should have turned around and said, hey, yeah, I mean, you should probably laughed it off. Been like, hey, yo, do we not see the problem? She's 050. And then the team captain, in order to de-escalate, but also acknowledge the situation, should have laughed it off and said, okay, all right, so maybe we have a little bit of a problem. Yo, Zaza, you cool with playing a different character next round? That's how you roll that off, because that's what good team captains do. You manage the HR issue. You make sure you don't just immediately pounce on somebody. You just immediately pounce on somebody. I've done it before, though. Holy, I don't really want to be instantly farmed or for something I didn't do again. Yeah, something you didn't do, right, because you've done nothing. I have 0 DMs with Kaplunk. I already apologized for my behavior insulting Kingsman. I just want to move on, please. No. No. No, the internet will move on when they're ready to move on. That's how this works. No Megalol. What is an HR issue? When your friend walks into voice and says, why are you guys all being a bunch of... and drops like a homophobic slur, you know what I mean? And then somebody in the call gets upset about that, and then they bring it to you, and then you have to pull your friend aside and you have to say, look, man, I thought it was funny, but other people didn't, so you can't say that anymore. And moving forward, just be careful, all right? It's like, all right, we cool. Okay, that like HR issues. You handle shit like this all the time in Discord communities. Emotions are high, and I've learned when to step away. Clearly. 11 hours ago. 10 hours ago. If a response ends up being necessary, I'll make one. Please react how you see fit to me being an ass. I know I deserve the same treatment I dish out. Better. Honestly, better. She probably had her boyfriend write this one out. Like, no, I'll do it. This is what they want to hear. I am not the person in the screenshot with Kaplunk. I was not the same one who reported Kingsman. My apology the day before includes all of my behavior. No, it doesn't. You called all of his chat pedophiles. We're the justice for the not pedophiles in his chat. I don't know why people like immediately go to just calling people a pedophile over the internet, but that's not cool. You gotta stop doing that. I have not been online since I've been holding myself accountable. I will continue to do so. No. You haven't been online because you're scared of the public backlash of hitting the go live button while you're under a tremendous amount of scrutiny. That's why you're not live. You're not holding yourself accountable. Other people are holding you accountable, and you are upset about that, so you're not live right now. Stop it. Holy moly. Holy moly. Hi, I wanted to ask if you could send a messenger to Kingsman. Basically, yesterday I had a panic attack and asked Kingsman to make a statement / re-upload the VOD clearing the lies on my name. Insane. Literally insane. The fact that you self-reported yourself trying to do this is nuts. Thank you, though. I honestly, I would have expected someone else to leak this. The fact that you yourself leaked this shows how disconnected you are from reality. You thought that this would actually make you look good. And he said no and basically said to deal with it myself. So based. Then made fun of me getting a 1-day ban on Twitch. He didn't, bro. He made fun of me getting a 1-day ban on Twitch. He literally brought it up. Keep in mind, this is a private DM, right? And he's trying to separate the two matters. For what actions, Lamau? Bro, like what? This is why we have the Cece Files, so we can hold Cece accountable, right? That's why you can't ever, I'm going to tell you guys right now, you can't ever trust screenshots like this. I don't care if they're Discord screenshots. I don't care if they're whatever. I don't trust any of this shit because people will only frame exactly what they think that you want to see, right? They'll, in the best possible way that they feel like they can frame themselves, and the worst possible way that they can frame their opponent, in the most bad faith interpretation every time. I've learned this. People will always do this. And that's why I am unrepentant when people share my Discord DMs. I hate it, but people be doing it. People be doing it. So I insulted him for letting me be harassed, then called him a narcissist. He's not letting you be harassed. You're getting criticized because you around. I tried to message him after you mentioned he was a good person, just lacks social skills. Stop it. No. No, that's not what you said. You said... We're at 10:38. You said... I'm pretty sure he spent the last all 20 years of his life inside playing video games, which is why he lacks social skills. Okay? Thank God we have the receipts on all of this. Thank God. It's such a bad faith interpretation of everything that she's done. Anyway, I tried to message him again after you mentioned he was a good person, just lacked social skills. And reconnect, but I'm blocked now. I can't imagine why. I don't like that our last conversation ended like that, though. I can try to send a message, but I am low-key, not trying to be involved super heavy. That sounds like a based... That sounds like a based black dude, right? That's what that sounds like right there. That's a... I'm low-key... Oh, girl, I'm not trying to get involved in any of this shit, bro. I'll shoot him a message, though. LOL, yeah, I get that, and I don't want to be heavy involved either. What do you... This is all because you don't want to be heavy involved. What? Honey, what? You're the reason that all of this is happening. I don't want to get involved either. Insane. You probably sent the message directly, but I dead ass just want to end things, not in discourse. Yep. Well, tough shit. If only we didn't have literal receipts on everything. What should I do if someone told me to kill myself in Twitch chat? Not on this chat, but a different streamer's chat. You know what, Cece? I got time to think about what happened, so I came here to apologize. So I hope we can move on from this. Apology getting aired. Cece, you saved my life. I apologize because I wanted to. Right? And I guarantee you she's Jambu, and I spoke after him and I are chill. In the screenshot, Kaplunk has to explain when the team is arguing to this mystery person. I wouldn't need that to explain to me if I was the mystery person. I truly mean every apology. Do you, though? Would she be apologizing to Kingsman if the community was on her side? In the exact same situation, if she had a bunch of people gassing her up and telling her that she did the right thing and that she showed him Slay Queen. No. She not apologize. She don't give a fuck. What is... Please tell me this is a link to her sponsors. Toronto. All Canadians everywhere. This makes you guys look bad. Not gonna lie. I know you guys don't like Toronto apparently, but it's kind of rough out there for Canadians. You know what I mean? In fairness, Americans have our own issues. We have the whole Greenland thing going on right now. The truth behind the $40,000. Oh my God, she made a video.
I'm making this video in response
Chat, are we going in on the video too? We have to.
to Kingsman's video, and also to all the chatters that are going to come in and ask questions again. I'm just going to direct you to this, and it's the last time I'm going to speak about it.
Where's the webcam? Isn't she a webcam streamer? Why are you hiding?
On the allegations or anything that's not true, as well as I included a clip that Kingsman left out in his conversation with Entei, because Kingsman thought it was like rage bait or something, but Entei took the words right out of my mouth. Like, I could not have phrased it better, and if you take it from a third-party perspective, you might be able to digest it a little better.
Does she have like an AI filter on her voice or something? It doesn't even sound like the same person, bro. Oh my God. I'm doing my part. As we were.
I want to start off by saying that I did not get kicked from the tournament. I was banned on Twitch for violating TOS, saying something toxic to my friend in chat. I've said it before.
Wait, toxic? Whoa. I thought this was a good vibes stream. Toxic? Oh my God. Did you call your friend a... Sorry, I'm not supposed to use that word.
But this time it was around a bunch of haters, so maybe it got spam reported, but it was just for 24 hours.
I don't know what kind of egregiously bad shit you have to do to get banned on Twitch as a woman, but that's crazy work. That's insane. I'm seeing some women get away with some insane stuff on Twitch. Absolutely wild. To even get banned for 24 hours is nutty, right? I mean, even Hassan has managed. And as big as his pussy is, Twitch still banned him for 24 hours. I mean, it's challenging. It's challenging. It is.
The issue is I can't play in the tournament while banned because if I get streamed and I show up in people's streams, it counts as ban evasion. And I don't want to risk other people getting penalized for it. But it has nothing to do with Bassam or the tournament. The problem wasn't what he said. He didn't get kicked because he wanted his teammate to swap off Widow. It was because of the way he went about it. The Tony...
Oh my God, women, dude. Look, I don't want to be sexist about it, but like, it's hard not to be, bro. Like, how many times have men joked about this exact statement? Listen to this. It's not what you did. It's how you did it. Holy dude. Oh my God. Holy shit. Oh my God. There's all the downvotes right there. There's all the downvotes, right? I guarantee it. I guarantee there's all the downvotes right there.
He didn't get kicked because he wanted his teammate to swap off Widow. It was because of the way he went about it. The tone he took and the fact that he continued it for over an hour.
It's your tone. We just didn't like your tone. Oh my God.
Hour after being asked multiple times to stop. It was making the team uncomfortable.
I came in to say I was proud of how well you understood. Laufey, you did such a great job with the video. I think you did an amazing job. Absolutely incredible. Best lore video I've ever seen. No cap. Actually learned something and you didn't spoil any of the story. Don't know how that's possible. Now, back to this like swamp hag shrew.
We were all playing worse, we were distracted, and team morale was just decreasing and it just was not effective. And we weren't the only people uncomfortable. Our own communities were raising concerns, and his chat also told him to chill out. So this wasn't just a snowflake scenario.
It's 100% a snowflake scenario. $40,000 on the line, bro. Y'all be snowflaking.
I think this is what Kingsman is most upset with me about, is the green light. But I don't think he realizes how little I actually had in the decision. Boston was going to kick Kingsman from the tournament, no matter what I said.
Because you went to him and advocated that he be kicked. And like, again, there's messages saying that we want him kicked, right? Like there's like a collective group of people that are trying to get him kicked. Like, send me clips, right? They're asking for evidence, blah, 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 to try to frame him in the worst possible light, right? So like, again, this is all just bad faith.
Boston sent me a Discord message saying, hey, this is an urgent call, are you available? And I said, okay. I muted everything on stream, picked up the phone, and this is what Boston said to me. I've been getting a lot of messages and clips about Kingsman's disrespectful behavior. He was saying disrespectful things about you guys while muted. He was saying disrespectful things about the tournament, and I'm just not going to have that, so I'm going to kick him from the tournament, okay? And then I say, okay, is this confidential? Should I say anything? And he says, no, I'm going to handle it all. So that was the end of the conversation. The reason why I say green light was because I had the opportunity to advocate for Kingsman more. I could have been like, no, he's just really passionate. No, he's a really good player. But at the end of the day, it's Bossam's decision. And he decided to kick him from the tournament because of his disrespectful behavior.
The deflection is crazy. This is more deflection than Mirror Force in Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm going to be honest with you. This is insane. Here's why this is not my fault. You know what I mean? Honestly, I think she's a Reddit moderator. Like, straight up. Like, is this an LSF mod? It's literally insane. Here's how this entire convoluted situation is not my fault, by the way.
Which I agreed was disrespectful. And
women and accountability, am I right, fellas? Look, here's the deal. I think that it's totally fine to joke about how sometimes women don't take accountability. Absolutely. You know why? It's because it's a stereotypical thing for a girl to do, okay? All right? Guys, though, by the same token, you can joke with guys about being one-dimensional blockheads. Just total dumbasses. Dented gooners, right? You can make fun of guys for the same kind of stereotypes on the other side of the fence. Why is it that we can make fun of men all we want, all the time, but we can't make fun of when women are doing the stereotypical thing that we know that they do, right? Because men are dumb. Exactly, we are. Of course we are, right? Right? But women can act stupid too, right? This is a perfect example.
In hindsight, maybe you should have gotten a warning. But at the end of the day, again, it's just Bassam's decision. A lot of you guys are saying that it wasn't disrespectful, but if you go on for an hour after being told to stop, that's disrespectful.
That's perfectly fine. Women just like to ruin the image for all of us. Not all women. To be clear, I think that, I'll be honest with you, I think that all guys, no matter who you are, always have moments where you're just being a blockhead, bona fide asshole. All right? But all women also have moments where they're being some Karen bitch. Always. Right? The difference here is that this is a streamer. All right? And when you're a streamer, if you stream yourself on camera doing something for long enough, you're going to look like a clown, right? So you caught her, right? You caught her. This is just one example. It's a bad example, right? She looks pretty bad. But I think that everybody kind of does this to a certain extent. Real shit, though.
Respectful. That's how it is.
Women want other men to hold their male friends accountable. Good. We should do the same thing. True. It's never going to happen, but that is so true.
You guys are saying, oh, why couldn't Zaza just swap? The issue is that
What
she
up,
didn't
Panama?
need to swap. At the start of the conversation, Kingsman asks, if we go against Sammy's team, what do you have for anti-dive, Bucky, blah, 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 blah. And she goes, I can play Widow. And Kingsman responds, that's not multi-anti-dive. And I follow up with, we haven't even played Sammy's team yet. We're about to scrim them, but let her try Widow. You've said this multiple times already. Just let her try Widow.
And he let her try Widow, and then she went 11-0, and then you were like, no, let her try it again. It was just a bad game.
And then he proceeds to argue more. And we go on to the next map, and you argue more. And then we go on the next map and argue more. And during this time, I'm telling him to chill. I say, chill, drop.
Do you know how easy it is to get assists in Overwatch? Do you know how easy it is to get assists in Marvel Rivals? I mean, like, your monitor has to be on, and you literally just have to press your buttons. That's it. Literally, you're just moving around, pressing your buttons in a generally right direction. You know, I've seen, like, Ray Charles could get more assists than this Widow did in her match.
Off the topic, chill. Let her try Widow. That's the whole premise of it. And then we get to the infamous game where she's 0-5. I want you guys to understand, she was going to go 0-5 no matter what she played.
The zero account, lack of accountability in this video is peak. No wonder it's got 42,000 downvotes. She was going to suck and feed no matter what because she is and a terrible player, and you can't make fun of her for that. Like, what are we talking about? Right? This is like in The Office where it's like what's her face is making fun of Kevin. It's like, no, Kevin, you can't do this. You're stupid, right? And then what's her face? Holly comes up and it's like, you can't make fun of him that way. He's same shit. What do you mean she was going to be 0-5 no matter what? Is she just terrible at the game? What?
Why? Because Kingsman was breathing down her neck in her ear for the last 30 minutes.
Because she was 0-5-0. Okay? It's not even just the fact that she was 0-5. You're missing a 0 here, honey. There's one more 0 at the end of that. Because again, if she was 0-5-18, okay, well then you could make the case that she's at least giving assists. I don't know how you go 0-5-18 on Widow, but you know what? If she was, I honestly don't think that people would be super upset, right? Like, we have people with scorelines like that all the time as long as they're actually contributing. But if you're 0-5-0, it's a user error. It's absolutely a user error. It's not even close.
She wasn't focused. She wasn't locked in. She wasn't going to play well no matter what she played.
Okay, so kick her from the team. Why is she here? She wasn't going to play well no matter what she played because she's bad? Okay, remove her.
So you guys are like, that was her game. That was her game to show off. That was her
For
chance
the vibes. Oh, true. The vibes. It's true.
to prove that it worked. No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Because during that time,
if she had gone 18-0 on Widow, do you think he would have been complaining about the Widow in the next game? Sincerely.
Kingsman was still down her ear. We finished that map and we go into the next game and we're still arguing.
2 whole games? God, what is that, like 25 minutes? Oh, shit. Oh, God, we're really in the thick of it now. I can see how she's stressing out.
About it. At that point, I have to put my foot down as a captain. And yes,
He's mentioned something in the second game. Again, I've been in the middle of games. I've made my friends cry in the middle of a normals match for League of Legends because they were playing poorly. That's how brutal I am with the people that I'm duo queue with. There is nothing on the line. Literally nothing. And I will run these people's self-confidence into the ground because they're 0-5 playing like shit. And they deserved it. Did you get the Baron? Yes, I did. Through no... They were dead, though. They just spectating. Black and white screen, by the way.
yes, I told him to STFU. But you have to understand...
Is this about a league tournament? No, but it's still the same. It's still the same thing, right? You could make the same comparison in leagues of five-player team game, right? If somebody fed on your team in League of Legends and you were like, hey, man, I would prefer if you weren't playing the Yuumi top next game because it didn't go so hot last game. You were 0-5-0 up in that lane, and then Fiora came down there and shoved her rapier up our ass. It was not super fun for us, right? And then they said, no, I'm going to play it. I'm a Yuumi one trick. And you guys, I'm top lane. I'm going to play it. And then you say, okay. And then you get partway into the next game and you're like, so about the Yuumi top. And they're like, this is so toxic.
This is after an hour of dragging this conversation on, an hour of me asking him to drop this topic, an hour of just continuous arguing in the team. Yes, I finally told him to STFU. And after that, we won that map with Zaza on Widow.
Right. And what were the score lines? We won that map. True. What were the score lines? Out of sheer morbid curiosity. I mean, we already know, right? We already know. Like he literally, Kingsman literally hard carried the whole team to victory. Kicking and screaming. These people won that game kicking and screaming.
And then,
which is a lot of the way that I win games sometimes because I'm venting my anger.
finally, the next game, Zaza's able to focus and shoot back because
you guys absolutely stomped this game. It wasn't even remotely close. Literally everybody is positive. Like, what are we even talking about? Like, the enemy team got absolutely their backs blown out.
finally, the next game, Zaza's able to focus and shoot back because no one is down her ear anymore. No one is complaining about the Black Widow pick. She plays so well, at one point, Snakehaze swaps off of Venom and goes Magneto.
It's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. Okay, it is happening, but only a little bit. Okay, it is happening, and here's why it's a good thing. She's making the pivot. So we went from, there was no way she could ever play well on Widow or any champion in that game, right? There's just no way. And then 2 games later, she plays well, right? And it's like, oh, well, yeah, it's a good thing. See, she can play well if you know, that's what I like out of my teammates, by the way. That's exactly what I like about my teammates is the consistency of being able to play well 33% of the time when everyone else is doing well.
And then by the end of the game, she's MVP. I know some of you guys are like, well, we can't look at stats. Like, looking at the scoreboard is bad. But this isn't about Marvel Rivals. It's about human interaction, relationships, and how you interact with each other. How you
Yeah, that's why we're criticizing you.
communicate with each other. The first day I met Kingsman was draft day. He told me to join a call. I joined. And the first thing he did was question whether I was ready for the draft. He was judging who I was picking.
Yeah. Yeah, he's questioning if you're ready for the draft of this $40,000 tournament. I would say the same thing. If I walked into my captain, like, hey, you ready for this draft, Cap? I don't care who the f it is. Like it doesn't matter. Right? Kingsman cut this part. And as of this video, I'm still banned on Twitch. But you can check both our Tuesday, January 13th VODs right after the draft VOD.
Picking. And then he questioned Zaza's Black Widow, if she could play something else, start on something else, before the scrims even start.
Yeah, because he's making sure that it's not just a one trick that doesn't actually know how to play Widow well, which she doesn't. She can only play Widow in a situation where you're already winning, right? We call that a win more team ally. They can only do well when everyone else is already winning, but they're worthless when you're behind or when you're struggling at all.
The first day of scrims was super chill. We're not running triple support, Zazan's on Black Widow, and we're playing against Iron Fist, Magic, Penny Parker. We don't do bad. Like, yes, we didn't win every single one of those maps, but I wasn't concerned about whether we were
20-6. But honestly, again, none of this matters because on the day of the tournament, right, we can show any number. I mean, I can get out my League of Legends history and cherry pick all my best games from the last 100 games too. Shit. That doesn't mean I'm dog shit. Every other game I'm feeding. And when it matters, you're actually feeding, right? You got to be able to adjust on the day of. If you're not performing, you got to be willing to do something for the team.
going to win or not. It was our first day of playing with each other. The second day of playing with each other, the first thing I hear coming out of Kingsman's mouth is, we have to run triple support. Like, that's it. We
Isn't triple support like the meta thing to play, though, in Rivals?
have to. And I was arguing. I said, not every team is going to walk out on triple support. Anyways, we go on, and then he brings up...
Yeah, I'm not even a Marvel Rivals. I know that it's triple support. Obviously.
The point of Simi's team and Black Widow.
Well, not every team is going to play it. Yeah, well, the teams that win are going to play it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We do that in BDO. We call it having a shy on your team. We got to have a shy on our team. If we don't, I mean, some teams aren't, but if you don't, you just lose. You know.
Time that we talked to Kingsman was in the start of the scrims, and when he was demanding stuff out of us. And that's why I say it's not a Marvel Rivals thing. It's about multiple days where he's just telling us to
No, she's not a VTuber, chat. This is don't let VTubers catch splash damage. This is a normal webcam flesh tubing woman that is trying to hide behind, because see, now she's being forced to take accountability. So she's got the webcam's gone all of a sudden, and now we're gonna do the PNG tube shit.
do something. And that's our only impression of Kingsman, other than the fact that he's good at the video game. From day one, I told Kingsman, rule number 1, don't tilt my team, and rule number 2, don't bring the vibes down on the team, because we're going to lose. A lot of you guys are underestimating how important vibes are in a team scenario.
Yeah, vibes are important. You know what helps vibes? Winning. I find that it helps vibes a lot when you're winning. Vibes are doing really, really well when you're winning.
At the highest level of competitive esports, tier 1 esports, you will get booted from a team.
God, who in the is talking about playing in esports, right? And playing in a $40,000 tournament, and they're like, the vibes are off. This is why we can't have nice things. This is why we can't have women in esports, bro. Like, there are plenty of women that are amazing at esports, but people like this ruin it for them. This is crazy. They get a bad rap, bro. They get a bad rap. They do.
Simply because your team doesn't like you. Even if you're performing, even if you're doing well, if the team synergy isn't there, you're not coming back for another season.
I've played on plenty of teams where I don't like the person, but we won, so I dealt with it. Like, I give a
This plays a part in why I didn't advocate.
Vibes are not a problem on a men-only team. That's because, again, and this is not true for all women. I want to be clear, it's not true for all women. But for certain women that shall remain nameless, like, men are at least able to separate the emotional argument, like whether or not they like another guy in voice. I think that most men, when competing for $40,000, would be willing to get in call with the person that they dislike the most in their life. They would be willing to get in call and play a game with them if it meant objectively winning the tournament. If it was for $40,000, most people are just going to suck it up and deal with that. They don't give a if you're a homophobe. They don't care if you're a racist. They don't care if you're a Nazi. As long as you can play the game well, they will tolerate it and they will get through it. It is literally just that simple. But women, the vibes aren't good. And that's why women lose. That's why men are more competitive than women. We go through this all the time. You want to put on your competitive cap. You want to win. That's what it takes to win. Is dealing with people that you may not like. And to be clear, Kingsman wasn't even doing anything that bad here. But if he was, right, he was just voicing his concern that this dead weight that he's been dragging for the last 2 games should probably change characters, right? But even if he was, you shut up and you deal with it because he's carrying you.
Kingsman, when Bossum said he was going to kick him. Kingsman already showed that he wasn't going to listen to the rules I set on day one, and so when Basem said he was going to kick him for being disrespectful, I had no argument. A lot of you guys were asking why I even drafted Kingsman in the first place if I didn't want to be competitive. I wanted to be competitive. Like, I want...
Okay, so now we're shifting. First it was a vibe check. First the vibes had to be good. I wanted to be competitive. I wanted to win. Is that true? Because if you wanted to win, you would have immediately turned to Zaza and been like, Queen, get your shit together. Play something else. You're grafing. It's people like this, by the way, when I'm shot calling in any MMO or on any team, you know that people like this, they can't be on the team. They can't do it. Because, you know, I do be getting kind of competitive. I do be getting competitive. And I'm telling you, I'm a lot worse than Kingsman. I'm a lot more brazen about it than Kingsman.
Wanted to win. I, out of all the captains, think I spent the most time looking up graders and deciding who I want in my comp. I knew a little about Kingsman.
That's gotta feel bad as Kingsman. That's gotta be so bad as Kingsman. I spent a lot of time researching who I want in my composition. And you chose Zaza and me in the same sentence? Okay, that's like going up to a guy, you know, and you're like, hey, can you set me up with one of your lady friends? You know what I mean? And she brings you this lady friend, and it's one of these. You see this shit getting out of the pool when you show up, you know what I'm saying? And you're like, this is who you want to set me up with? Right? Because then you know that, like, that's where you are in her mind. Right? Like, that's you're like down here. It's almost insulting that she was like, yeah, so I thought that Kingsman would be a good draft for my team of other good gamers.
Before I knew he was a good DPS player. In the clip, I said I was going off the spreadsheet and I didn't really know him, and it was because people in the chat glazed him. That was clip farm. I said people were glazing Kingsman because I thought it would be a sweet thing. It's nice to have viewers glazing you in other communities' chat. It's nice to think that your community really with you. But at the end of the
No, you guys, real shit, you guys all suck at the game, so you had a couple of your friends on the team, but then you needed like a person to give you legitimacy. So you drafted him so that it would make your team look like a lot better than it actually was, and you could say that you tried your best and you did really well, and look how strong you guys were. Okay, this would be like if I drafted a verse in Where Winds Meet onto my team. Oh, look at that. I'm gonna perform better.
it was mostly the spreadsheet. On paper, it says that Kingsman is one above all, and he plays Magic, Bucky, Storm, Punisher, Doctor Strange, and that he loves competition. And he also says that he will try to ally GL and make sure we win. All great things. Nowhere does it say. He also says that
I've been one above all, top 10 every season, rank 1 a couple. This guy is the rank 1 player in Marvel Rivals. Holy, he gets drafted, and he gets drafted onto a team with 2 women that are one tricking widow and 200 ping. Oh my god, bro, how devastating. Can you imagine his mental? Holy shit.
he will try to ally GL and make sure we win. All great things. Nowhere does it say in the sheet that he loves competition so much, he will criticize my teammate for over an hour to swap.
It's right here. Right. I see it's right here. It's right there. It's right here. It's right here. Honestly, the first part of the clause is important too. It seems like he said it like 6 times. I'll be honest with you. You don't get to rank 1 on a server every season, top 10, and rank 1, a couple of times rank 1, okay, without being a cutthroat, try-hard, neckbeard sweatlord. In any game, you don't get there without literally the sacrifice. You know, other guys look at it and they're like, that's my shit right there. You know why? Because we respect it. That level of hustle, that level of commitment, right? But see, the rest of us, we understand what it takes to hit rank 1. He didn't hit rank 1 by making friends and making sure that all of his teams in rank Q were good vibes. Okay? No, he didn't.
And that he loves competition. He also says that he will try to LGL and make sure we win. All great things. Nowhere does it say in the sheet that he loves competition so much, he will criticize my teammate for over an hour to...
I would expect a rank 1 player on any server for any game to be way more toxic than Kingsman. Way more toxic, way more meta, way more... And to be clear, if you... Let me get this straight. As the team captain, you drafted the rank 1 player in potentially the world onto your team, and then he said, we need to play this, this, and this to win. And you said, let's make a vote. And you had a discussion about it? No, okay? You draft somebody like that onto your team, you immediately, they are telling you what to do, and then you do it. That's the vibe that I want when the rank 1 player comes into my team. I would be like, all right, tell me what to do. Tell me, all right, good, let's do it. That's what I'm doing.
Swap. The only way I could have known that he was going to micromanage the team...
Yeah, imagine drafting a verse and then saying, hey, buddy, shut up, you're bringing down the vibes. Okay, so we're all going to play Moblade. Yeah. We're all going to play Moblade, we're all going to play Stormbreaker Spear. Is everybody ready? You got your Moblades equipped? Okay, let's rock. Right? Like...
was if I asked other creators opinions of him. But I would have had to do that for everyone in this tournament, and I just don't have the time. But when I met him, I told my chat, I was like, I f with that. Like, I f with someone that's competitive. That's fine. I'll make do with it. Like, we can work this out. When everyone signed up for the tournament, no one knew it was going to have a prize pool. No one knew it was going to have $40,000. All it said was...
And that, in fairness, that is fair, right? And that's on the tournament director. It should have been clear that there was going to be a $40,000 prize pool. The fact that that was not made clear and then the goalpost was moved on that is a huge L to the tournament director, in my opinion. As somebody that puts on a lot of tournament, ridiculous. Yeah, prize pool. That being said, she already said that she drafted, so this is not a fair defense. By her own admission, she said, I want to win. I want to be competitive. She said those words in exactly that order. So you can't use this as a defense.
Boston wanted to surprise us. So every single person that agreed to play in the tournament knew that it was a creator-focused tournament and that there was going to be over 50% of the players were going to be one-tricks. That's what everyone should have been prepared for.
Well, is Zaza actually a one-trick? Like, I've heard conflicting reports on this.
I call Kingsman a meta slip.
No, a bad one. Okay, well, that... It pisses me off. Yeah, I've heard conflicting reports about whether she's actually a one-trick. And regardless.
I know he plays Magic, and I know Magic isn't meta. The reason why I called him a meta slave was because the first conversation we ever even had was that he wanted the triple support.
A meta slave? No weighing! You're telling me that the rank 1 player on the whole server is a meta slave? No! I thought he got there playing the worst possible heroes. What are we talking about? Of course he's a meta slave. He's rank 1! That's how you get rank 1. You don't get rank 1 by playing only one hero. You get rank 1 by playing the best hero. Okay? The people that are rank 1 don't find enjoyment out of playing individual heroes in the game. That's what most people do. They find one hero or two heroes that they really, really like, and those are the ones that they play all the time, right? But if you want to be rank 1, you have to sacrifice fun, because the fun that you're having is winning. If you're in rank 1 or you're in the top 100 for a game, or even in the top 50 for a game, your fun, your enjoyment out of the game does not come from the hero that you are playing. It comes from winning. And unless you are winning, you are not having fun. You're being very loud. Welcome to the chat.
In the second day of scrims, his first conversation with me was that he wants us to run triple support.
Yeah, and then you should have said, yes, master, right away, master. Okay? Like I don't...
The conversation came to Peel. He wanted the perfect counter to Hulk, Venom, Spider-Man with Bucky. And he was very adamant about that.
Yeah.
He didn't want to even try playing Black Widow or anything else. He just...
Bro, you have one good player on your whole team. You do everything that wants so that he can hard carry you. That's it. When you have one good player on the team, you just... What can we do to make this person succeed?
Wanted the Bucky. And that's why I called him a meta slave, because we were arguing for multiple maps about the same thing about meta. He wants to play meta because he thinks the only way that we can win is meta.
Yes.
So I call him a slave to that meta. And you guys like to talk about compromise, like why didn't
Actually, technically, the only way that you can win is playing around him. That's the only way you can win.
Zaza compromise? And Kingsman himself said that he would play Mantis. I know he only said that out of spite because we were in an argument and it's just like, here, take it. Like, it was a give me. I don't want him to do something he doesn't want to do. The same reason why I want Zaza to just play Black Widow, because I don't want to force her to do something she doesn't want to do.
In a $40,000 tournament, hear me out, chat. I'm gonna pretend. Okay, we're gonna do a hypothetical. Chat. I'm gonna give you $40,000, but, and this is a big catch, you have to do something that is going to make you moderately uncomfortable while sitting at your computer for 20 minutes. Is it a deal breaker? Deal breaker? Out? You guys out? Is it? Nah, the vibe's off, bro. I can't, bro. Just imagine approaching a 40K tournament like this and being like, well, I didn't want to force her to do it because then she wouldn't be having fun. What fun? Bitch, we're not having fun unless we're winning. Welcome to prize pool tournaments. Newsflash. Even if the whole team, all 5 or 6 of you are one tricks, and every one of you gets to play your one trick, do you know the only scenario in which you are having fun in this tournament? That's right. If you win. If you win, you guys will be having a great time. And if you lose, you're not going to be having a good time. It doesn't matter. It does not matter what heroes you're playing. It's crazy. How you doing, Scarlett? Good to see you. If I master the high-ass ranked player, I'd be like, yes, sir, the whole game. Exactly! I would too!
Kingsman called her a hit scan flex, but the reality is she is a Widow OTP that can play Punisher and Hela Phoenix. Another analogy is if...
So she's not an OTP. So... Wait a minute. Whoa.
Kingsman called her a hit scan flex, but the reality is she is a Widow OTP that can play Punisher and Hela Phoenix.
Oh, no. What I just heard was that she can play 2 other heroes. That's what I heard. Honestly, Hela doesn't help us very much here, but Punisher might. Holy f***.
Another analogy is if someone says, I main Emma Frost, but I can play a Rocket or Luna Snow, that doesn't make them a strategist main. It's the same thing. Just because she can play 3 characters out of the whole pool doesn't make her a hit scan flex. Like, she has told Kingsman that she is an OTP. She's not a hit scan flex. Not once did the words hit scan flex ever come out of her mouth. She told Kingsman that she's an OTP. She never promised Hela Phoenix, none of that. She never promised. She said she could do it.
更多的船，更多的女人。
You can be like, oh, why wouldn't she? Like, she spent an hour not swapping. Why is she not kicked from the tournament? Because that's not against the rules. You choosing not to swap from one character isn't going to break any rules. But if you berate someone for an hour, that breaks the rules. It's not allowed.
You berated somebody for an hour too, though. Notice how a video called The Truth Behind the 40K Tournament has no facts or truth that would help you. Just you saying, I mean, yeah, we did that, but didn't want to show us. But he didn't want to throw, so he's a bad guy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, we're going to look at the comments, I'm sure.
That's why Kingsman was booted out and not Zaza or anyone else.
You know what's funny is she's throwing the rules and the codes of conduct on the stream, on the screen. Well, how about them apples? Too bad, I guess, then. Well, he broke the rules, so I guess that we should drop her from our sponsors. Crazy work.
That's why Kingsman was booted out and not Zaza or anyone else.
Glad you said that.
Yes, I did read out the chat. Because when I'm looking to my right, I'm reading chat that called him a loser. And
You called all of his chatters pedophiles. I heard that one.
then I repeated it. I shouldn't have read out that chat
Chad, I want you to know that all of you are... I love you, and none of you are pedophiles.
because it was disrespectful. That's very hypocritical of me for to say that about Kingsman and then say that aloud. That's on me. But I will double down and say replace the term loser.
If it makes you guys feel any better, the reason you watch me is because I'm more than you. I think that we can all agree that, right? Because it gives you self-validation, right? It's kind of like why you watch me kill bosses and Where Winds Meet. You know, the boss took you like 5 hours, but then you watch me and it takes me like 12 hours, and then you know, oh, thank God, at least I'm not that, right? Because then you can see what real bad, like, oh, thank God I'm not that bad. Whew. Man, I thought I was bad, right? Father, okay.
With being disrespectful, with asshole or rude. And that's my point. I don't think Kingsman's a loser. I think he's a good player who just wants to win. I think I said that because Kingsman was being a loser. You just...
No, he was being a winner, and you were being a loser. Losers talk about vibes and feelings. Winner... I've got this, hold on.
Losers always whine about their best. Winners go home and the prom queen.
Let's go, baby. I love that movie, bro. It's one of my favorite movies. It's like top 5 favorite movies. I absolutely love that movie, bro. Well, that movie's so bad? No, that movie's amazing. What are you talking about? That movie is so good. What? It's so American in the best way. It's so good. It's so good. Anyway, she called him a loser. The funny thing is, his behavior represents that of somebody that wins. That's why he's rank 1. Your behavior represents your finish, which was bottom 2 in the tournament.
Criticized and demoralized my teammate for an hour. Repeatedly
one of Sean Connery's
ignoring
best
our
movies.
mentions to stop. Like, that's loser behavior. You're being a loser for that. And I'm going to say it again. If you make someone sad for an hour, despite people telling you to stop, that's being a loser.
I do that every day. Wait, I literally do that every single day. Like, I do that in everything that I shit. Am I the loser? Wait, chat, you guys do that to me. Are you guys losers too? If you make someone feel bad for a whole hour, that's being a loser. No, it's not. I'm going to be honest with you. Here's what real men do when we get into call with each other for a $40,000 tournament. All right? One guy is shitting down the throat of the guy that's inting, right? And you shit down his throat, and you shit down his throat, and you shit down his throat, and at the end you win? Do you know what they say to each other? The guy that's getting shit on the whole time goes, dude, I was playing so bad. I'm so glad you care. I'm so bad. Oh, that's my bad, brother. You know what I mean? Like, and the other guy's like, yeah, you were playing like shit. Holy bro. Because that's what it's about. It doesn't even have to be 40K. It can just be normal gaming. That's how guys behave in a normal competitive PvP gaming environment. In all PvP games, that's how we are. We ride each other like a horse, and then at the end, we have like a heart-to-heart, like a real one, like, hey, yeah, you were feeding in there. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I was playing like I was Ray Charles. I don't know.
And none of you guys in the chats could even you guys were trying to justify that. There's no justification for being an asshole. That's just what that was.
Right? And then you queue up again.
So it wasn't a personal attack on Kingsman. If Kingsman brought up the Bass and be like, yo, this was a personal attack on me.
I think it's offensive that she didn't draft the entire team to just be all her friends and women and good vibes. I mean, she already finished bottom 2 in the tournament. How much worse could it have been? You know, at least if you're... It reminds me of this.
I'm a siren.
I'm a siren. I'm a siren.
Bro, at least own it, right? Like, if you win anything, you draft all the women onto your team, and then you win any games, you're just like, I'm a siren. You know what I mean? Oh. For those of you that don't know what the Sirens were, this was the first attempted all-female League of Legends team. This happened, God, 12 years ago. 13 years ago. Ancient meme. Ancient meme. That's showing my age a little bit. But it was a complete disaster. They thought that they were God's gift to the universe, right? They all queued up together. They were doing flex. And a bunch of actual pro, like the men, all on different teams, all played off roles and absolutely destroyed them in 17 minutes. Just around. On alt champions they've never played before. Absolutely obliterated them. It's disgusting. The worst part was that wasn't even that that wasn't even like the worst thing that happened. The reason that the team fell apart is because the jungler on the team's boyfriend started also the team captain too. So this guy living in this gamer house with like 5 girls started having sex with like 3 of them. It was insane. It was absolutely wild. It was awesome. I mean, honestly, what a time to be alive that was. Holy shit.
I would have argued. I was like, no, that's not a personal attack. That's just facts. That's what he was. He was being a loser because he wouldn't let the
I can't believe that would happen. Same.
drop. As team captain, I do have a responsibility to cater to all the needs of my teammates, which is why I'm taking accountability for the fact that I could have handled it way better. I didn't.
Taking accountability is not saying I could have handled it way better. No, that's not accountability. Are you allergic to it? Because it sounds like you're allergic to it. I say this all the time. Like, yeah, guys, I could have handled it better. Yeah, that's called deflecting. That's called deflecting. Because, see, you're not really taking responsibility for anything or accountability for anything. You're just vaguely saying, yeah, I could have done it better, but so could anyone have just done it better, right? Like, Jesus.
Have to snap at him. I shouldn't have told him to shut up. I shouldn't have told him to shut the
He
F
doesn't
up.
give a f about you telling him to shut the F up. You literally could have told him like, you could have been going the f in, and you know what he would have said? Okay, but are we going to play 3 supports like I suggested, or what's up with that? Okay, it would not have mattered, because he wants to win. He doesn't care that you told him to shut the f up.
I wanted Kingsman to voice his concerns and his wants
He doesn't
and
care.
things with the team, but once it got to a disruptive point, I should have just told him, all right, you know what? Like, for this game, let's let Zaza just try Widow, and if it doesn't really work, then we can, and you're really adamant about it, let's just let her, like, we can try Bucky or another character. And I agree, my communication was bad because of that.
But
And
then
also,
she played Widow for like 3 games in a row.
in hindsight, maybe a warning would have been better and not a full kick. But at the end of the day, that's Basim's decision because it's his.
No. You're the team captain. That's his decision. It's, bro, the organizer of the tournament does not just randomly go to a team and just start kicking people for no reason. Doesn't happen. No. What happens is the team goes to them and says, hey, we want this person removed. Is it within the rules to remove them? Then the tournament organizer it's his job to look into it, which he didn't do a very good job of. But admittedly, he admitted a responsibility on that, right? And then he's supposed to take action if there's any action to be taken. But it's not like he's just going to remove him for no reason without you having said anything.
His tourney. He invited.
Genuine question. Do you think they didn't like this suggestion because they thought he was sexist for telling girls to play sports? It's possible. Sadly, for all of those people that constantly call people misogynist all the time, I think that all of us are just over it. I don't think that any of us give a shit anymore. You get called sexist enough times. It just don't matter. It just don't matter no more. Right? Although I did find, I got a kick out of, did you guys see the super liberal, like blue-haired woman, like talking to the reporter in Minnesota, and she was like, well, I don't understand why we even have like segregation between men and women's sports, to be honest. I think that everybody should compete together. I think that if you try really hard, a women's volleyball team can be just as good as the men's. Unbelievable. Actually came out of her mouth. That's crazy. Actually, it was women's basketball. She said basketball. Actually, just try hard. If you just try hard. That's the problem, is they're not trying. That's what it is. It's not the fact that the guys are 2 feet taller. Yeah.
Kingsman to play,
There's
and he
nothing to
can
do with
easily take him out if he wants to. I also want to say, in Basim's
She doesn't do any sports, and she would say it just like that.
defense, Basim has a list of so many creators ready to sub in. So saying, oh, it's kind of weird how Moxie was able to sub in within 5 minutes. No, he was just ready. He just has a list. The same way that I got replaced because I couldn't play in the tournament on Sunday within the...
Why couldn't you play in the tournament on Sunday? Mayhaps it was because you were, I don't know, facing the results of your own actions?
the hour. So don't disrespect Boston like that. That's crazy.
Boston
And to
disrespected
address the
himself.
whole bullying a kid thing, I don't really consider you a kid at 20.
He's not a kid at 20. Nobody's accusing you of bullying a kid. Nobody's even accusing you of necessarily bullying at all. You're the one accusing him of bullying. He doesn't give a fuck. Bullying? What is he, 5?
I did call you a kid when
He's a rank 1 Marvel Rivals player. This guy has been... I got it right here. Hold on. This guy... This is actual footage of him climbing the ladder in Marvel Rivals. Do you understand? Do you think that no severe language is ever used while he's climbing the ladder in Marvel Rivals? Do you think that he ever gets bullied? Do you think that people ever make fun of him? Do you think that people are, God forbid, cussing or calling each other? No, bitch, this is war. This is war. You don't give a f. That probably listen to some 14-year-old calling him the N-word for like 20 minutes, but you know what? They won the match. You know what he said at the end of that, kid? He said, hey, man, GG. Go fight. See you next game. Okay? That's what climbing the ladder at high elo looks like, bro.
drafted you and we had our conversation, but that was definitely as a joke because people call me old.
Yeah, you gotta have mental fortitude if you're gonna be rank 1. That's how it works. You don't get to be some Fruit Loop ass pushover snowflake.
And I don't think it was bullying, because to be honest, we were just defending Zaza. You were on her case for an hour.
And you were on his case for being on her case, which is stupid because you said you wanted to be competitive. He was being competitive. You didn't want to be competitive. So you should have drafted no competitive players. Like Zaza and her boyfriend and whoever the f*** else that you drafted, because you're all terrible, except for him. It was an insult that you even drafted him in the first place. I'm sure that he won't say this publicly, but I guarantee you the moment that you drafted him, he was like, because that wants to make $40,000 and he knows he absolutely deserves it because he's rank 1. But instead he got on your team he got on the team vibes.
She already said no, and you wouldn't take no for an answer, and so we told you to drop it. Like it was self-inflicted.
No, we told you to drop it. I'm not going to drop it because $40,000 is on the line and she needs to swap characters. What?
That the conversation kept going because we didn't want this conversation to keep going. Before I play the clip that Kingsman left out and you hear the...
I found a golden nugget Widowmain Zaza stack that none of these videos mention. Go to Zaza stack YouTube and the 22nd of her third latest video. Can you just timestamp it and send the link? Why am I going through like this national treasure like manhunt to try to find this nugget? Like, you will see she will never swap off that character no matter what anyone said. Okay, all right. We'll go to. All right, we're gonna go to it at the end. But like, bro, for real, like.
Reason from Entei. I want to say that no one on my team hates him. I don't hate him. And I've said this multiple times. I think Kingsman is a good player. I respect his mentality. And
she hates him, bro. She hates him because he is the reason in her mind that she's getting all of this harassment. He's the reason that she has to face accountability for any of this.
And I with him wanting to win, but I was not the reason he got booted. It was his own actions and behavior that other chatters and viewers and ultimately...
And why would your chatters and viewers be reflecting that behavior? It couldn't be because you were already shitting down his throat, right? And they want to make the queen happy because you're the team captain?
Basm did not like. I'm not asking for an apology. I'm hoping that by the end of this video, Kingsman understands the team perspective more, and sees that like I'm taking accountability. I'm not the perfect person. I could have navigated it better. Kingsman might still be in the tournament if I said something different, or Kingsman might be in the tournament if he did something different. This isn't black and white. Like, it's not about Marvel Rivals. It's not about Zaza not swapping, and it's not about
You're right. It's about $40,000.
trying super hard and to win the money. It's about human relationships and just...
Holy... Guys sign up for a $40,000 tournament to win $40,000. Women sign up for a $40,000 tournament to build human relationships. Again, do you know what really helps me build human relationships? Winning $40,000. That would help, guys. We would be instant friends. We would.
Having more respect for the person you're demanding something out of. and going about it a different way. Because it's not effective demanding something out of your teammates that you've just met consistently, even after they've told you no.
Kingsman, what I'm trying to get you to understand.
Here we go. Entei Preach. Not joking. That's the name of this timestamp, by the way. Go off, King.
Even in these scenarios, I am not.
Listen. It's not just Zaza that you're affecting in this. It's also affecting Cece and your entire team synergy, because you're complaining about a comp that they clearly don't want to run.
We still synergized. We had a game.
Then you drop it.
Exactly. Exactly. I didn't say anything on the last game. I didn't even say anything.
But
I just left the tournament. I played ranked.
You said enough.
I left. I didn't say anything. I just left and played ranked. Brother, that's saying enough. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. I've done that before to some of my friends. They're all like Iron Bronze League players in League of Legends. Then I'll be like, all right, guys, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm queuing up for solo queue. We leave, we queue up for solo. That shit. I don't want to deal with this no more. I'm gonna go play with better players, randoms on the ladder, bro. Like, for real.
Dog, listen, I'm trying to help you. You did say a lot, man. You said a lot. And like I said, I'm gonna be there for you because...
Entei, honestly, you sound like a chode right now. She's dragging you down with her. A drowning woman will always drag everyone down with her. The real story of the Titanic was that she clawed her way onto that floating door. He didn't want her there, but she drug him down anyway.
You getting kicked out the tournament is stupid. I get it. But you were
Yeah, I know. There was room on the door. She just wasn't having it.
You were overstepping the entire time. So you can't get mad when all the overstepping that you have done for the past several days.
Brother, we've had 1 day of scrims after a draft. That was it.
Kingsman,
what do you mean several days?
Kingsman, listen, aside from what rumors may told you, I had known from because I was in everybody's chat.
Bro, it's got to be so validating for Kingsman to be in this circle of Lord femboys and a bunch of women to make a video about it and then have the entire internet unanimously be like, yeah, so they're all just being bitches. You were right the whole time.
You were crashing out about the team from the moment stuff happened. You were crashing out about stuff from the moment you got drafted. All right?
What?
I'm trying to help you.
I'd have been crashing out too, bro. I had a bunch of not respectfully, nobody definitely gonna have to hard carry them people draft me onto their team for a $40,000 tournament. I'd have been pissed.
Wow. You were overstepping. You were overstepping more than
you were overstepping. Slay, go off, King, Entei Preach.
Realize, bro.
Okay, man. Listen, I just wanted a positive tourney experience, and it's clear that that's not allowed with competitive integrity. So,
agreed. Holy, let's read the comments. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Lock in. Oh god, dude, these comments are savage. I can already, oh shit, these comments are absolute savagery. All right, let me grab that. I'm gonna put that behind there. I'm gonna put it down here. Here we go. Bro, your vibes. Jarvis, make my voice higher so I sound innocent. So, what did I say at the start of the video? What did I say at the start of the video? I was like, wait, these aren't the same. Wait, what the f? The only thing I ever tell Jarvis to do is jerk it a little. Okay. IQ dead ass decreasing from watching this. Okay. Hey, I just came from Kingman's vid, and the poor college student didn't put a single ad in his hour-long vid. Yeah, that's because it's about sending a message. That's right. Voice changer plus PNG tuber avatar to make you look innocent is wild, Lamau. That's what I was saying. I was like, bro, where's your like, if you truly were sorry and shit, stop hiding behind your PNG tube avatar. I don't understand. If you're a VTuber and you VTube apology, that's fine. But if you're a webcam streamer, what apology? Jarvis, show the dislike ratio. Ooh. Did you made your choice higher? Did you make your voice higher pitched to sound more innocent? Lamau. God, dude, it's so savage. 33,000 upvotes. Guys, 33,000 upvotes. The videos only got 841 likes. The comments have got 25K, 29K, 37K, 33K. Holy shit. Jarvis, fuck my entire career. You're looking like the CEO of not taking accountability. It's true. Honestly, I would say that her and Pirate Software would make a great couple. Chat for 40. Is she into weasels? Not because Pirate Software is a weasel, but because he's. Never mind. Honestly, here we go. Look at that. There it is. Ferrets. That's what it was. Ferrets. Don't bring the vibes down. It's a 40K tournament. Yeah, see, all normal men can look at this like, how do I win a 40K tournament with vibes? Yep. Don't bring the vibes around. Translating. Don't hurt my feelings for being garbage in a 40K tournament. You're pathetic, bro. Lamau. Holy shit. How do I dislike this video multiple times? Jarvis, give me a humiliating defeat in a 40K tournament. Don't bring down the vibes. Your vibe, bro. This is so savage. Every single comment. Like, guys, we're like 100 comments in. This still has 7.7 thousand upvotes. I never wanted to call him a loser. I only read it from chat. Proceeds to call him a loser in the next sentence. Literally crazy, bro. Oh my God. Obliterated. Absolute total obliteration. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The delusion for PMA, you have 6,000 subscribers and this video got 500,000 views. Honestly, again, have you considered contacting Queen Pones a lot? Because last year, she also had a very, well, she was probably the crash out queen of the entire year in ruining her entire reputation all in one thing. All in one set time period. Honestly, OnlyFans is going to come out. I hope that she's in OnlyFans with me someday.